say, hey, stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down trying to run up a check. Run up a check. I stay down trying to run up a check. Plug them in all of my connect. Pack fresh, just came from out west. I'm charged up, drip, nothing like the rest. Draped in Italian bitches of our dress. Strapped up, foot on their neck. Don't want love, just want the net. My bitch bad, and she bring bitches back. So hit bitch, spin bins while I'm on the move. And the mix shaking wrist by Casa suit. Hellcat, track cuts, might cop the coupe. Play bent, try me bad, I'ma shoot. Product my environment. A real nigga, so I'm riding with. Bend and shake, come and get a whiff. My money straight and it got some lift. I'm eating good and talking lots of shrimps. I took a mile once I got an inch. Been trapping hard and I got some sense. Been better plug, had benefits. Walls in the yo and start locking in. I took a breather, now I got my win. My team like fam, I don't got friends. My heart cold, get your top 10. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Stay down, trying to run up a check. Run up a check. Hey. Spiffy little Kenny, man.
Do it.
I said,
kick loud, make it drop.
so trapping hard, getting rid of them loads. Gotta go get it, the life that I chose. Let a finger, fuck the cash and fuck on the hoes. Been through it all, I sold a million no's. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. So trapping hard, getting rid of them loads. Gotta go get it, the life that I chose. Let a finger, fuck the cash and fuck on the hoes. Been through it all, I sold a million no's. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. Ain't always that place I started was on. So million notes from the land of the old. 1B a millionaire, got rich nigga goals. Nigga rich bros, might do the rules go. BBS in my 41mm, keep the pack strapped with a 9mm. My bitch bag, I do right shit, keep a letter, write me, then I flip her over and beat her. Fuck me good, her shit wetter than water. Help me count up my way up for the morning. Switch my number pack, touchdown, I'm gonna run through the loads, importer, exporter. Love when the number drop, my bag increase. Up and down like stocks, hate when it decrease. Play with cash, we pop up, these niggas DC. Can't escape my past, the trap shit and me. I turned out when I sing what you make of zones. Chasing bad, trying to get it till I jumped out the pool. Sell designer, why designer down, fucking with the lows. Make movies in the club every time I light show. I turned out when I sing what you make of zones. Chasing bad, trying to get it till I jumped out the pool. Sell designer, why designer down, fucking with the lows. Make movies in the club every time I light show. Trapping hard, getting rid of them loads. Gotta go get it, the life that I chose. Let a finger, fuck the cash and fuck on the hoes. Been through it all, I sold a million no's. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. So trapping hard, getting rid of them loads. Gotta go get it, the life that I chose. Let a finger, fuck the cash and fuck on the hoes. Been through it all, I sold a million no's. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. Stack up a milli, got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. I got rich nigga goals. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. We here.
Oh, yeah.
Boom Corporation. 94 feet, boys.
I'm telling you, man. Y'all thought this man wasn't around no more?
Oh.
Y'all thought he wasn't coming back?
Oh, we back. We back.
My boy back. Yeah. Tell my boy back.
I'll let you guys know, man. Look, man. I'm requesting everybody. Everybody, wherever you was known at, you will be known formally as something. Ain't gonna be known for the what? Crowns are gonna
man, welcome back, my brother. Welcome back.
Crowns will be taken. and
Look,
we ready because we about to take it. Oh,
hey, ski mask way, huh? Ski mask way, huh? You hear this ice? You hear this ice? You hear
yeah.
this ice?
You know
Yeah,
what
you
time
hear
it
this
is?
ice,
Hey
bro.
man, Hollywood Herb, he got that syrup. He drinking on that drag, and
Hey, you hear that ice? But man,
hey
but
man.
salute to everybody, man. Hey, welcome to the full court press, man. You got the 94 feet boys, man, with Young Africa and Hollywood Herm. We got the return of a ski mask. Young Africa back in the
Oh,
building, man. Y'all thought he was gone, but he back now.
uh-huh.
You did? Hey, man.
Definitely. Most definitely. Salute to my guy Herm. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hey man, you know what we do? We flexing because of what? Because of who? LeBron, the greatest of all time, James.
Hey, by the way, you talk about LeBron. I'm not impressed with that, man. I guess it's the
What?
Sudan.
Oh, let
Hell,
me show
hell,
them
hell.
real quick. Uh-oh, huh? Uh-oh. You can't take the fuck off me, huh? No.
That nigga think y'all do something, man. Ain't doing nothing about that.
Oh. Oh. Go James.
Oh.
Go James. South Sudan down to the wire. What? Hey, let them know what you think.
He closed it out, Africa, which is true. Because that would have been an embarrassing loss. But that's against Sudan, man. Look, I can score 30 on Sudan. Hell, Africa, it could be me, you, and we could pick 3 people out the chat, and we could compete. We could compete with Sudan, man. I'm not impressed with that, man. And speaking of that, Joel Embiid's not impressed with that as well. Africa, Joel Embiid said some alarming things about your boy LeBron. He's saying he basically too old for this shit, man. How you feel? How you feel about Joel Embiid's comments, man? I think it's a negative. I think it's a negative for the team, but. But at the end of the day, bro, I want to hear your comments about Joel Embiid. If I'm Team USA, I'm sending his ass home because you don't want to mess up the morale of the team. But here's the question I got for you: Is Embiid right about LeBron Ramon James?
Oh, is Embiid right about LeBron James? Crazy question, Herm. Crazy question. Look, let me put up the article real quick, right? Let me pull up the article because I got it. And it says, right, that Joel Embiid says that LeBron James is not the same as he was a couple years ago. It says that everybody would also tell you, and you can see for yourself, the athletic LeBron, dominant that he was a couple years ago, is not the same that he is now. Okay. I think people get fooled by the names on paper, but those names have been built through their career. And now they're older. They're not what they used to be. Oh, okay. So Embiid out here taking shots at not just LeBron James, but we talk about the names on the paper. Steph Curry, name on the paper. Kevin Durant, the names on the paper, right? Oh, and I forgot. Are you one of the names on that piece of paper? Where you at in the middle of your prime, bro? What? This nigga talk about what they used to not be. What are you right now? Hey, look, I've been a fan of Joel Embiid, the best African player in the world and one of the greatest of all time. And yet, man, he keep letting niggas down, man. What are you talking about? You are meant to be one of those guys. You're meant to be one of those guys that are meant to carry the next generation of great basketball players for the USA. And he's out here talking about what they used to be. They looking better than you right now, bro. What's up with this guy, man? So there's nothing for him to talk about, man. What do you mean? What they used to be? What they used to be is never something that you will never be. And what they are right now, you can't even touch with your one-legged hopping around. Anthony Davis making you look like you ain't really on that top tier level in the NBA, man. Go get healthy, man. Go get healthy and stop talking about this dumb shit. Hey, Herm, let me ask you, what's up with NBA players always talking about other dudes, always taking away the narrative from where they at, and always putting it on somebody else, even Team USA? What's up with that, man?
I mean, that's been going on forever on Africa. You do your research. Isaiah Zeke Thomas was guilty of the same stuff. Basically, with his comments, I think they had a friendship at one point, so that stuff may be a little bit deeper. But Joel Embiid might be one of those young players like, man, you had your time, LeBron. You had your time to be the face of the league. You had your time to basically, you know what I'm saying, run the NBA. Let us be the ones. Let us be the men. Let us showcase how great we are. It's our time now, LeBron. You 40 years old. It's time for you to pass on the torch. Ant-Man is ready. I'm ready. Tyrese Halliburton ready. So I think I hate to say it, Joel Embiid created a situation that is a lot of tension in that locker room right now because this game wasn't close because Sudan is good. It wasn't great because Sudan just gonna be one of those teams we got to watch out for. It was close because the team morale, the Team USA right now, is diminished. The young you heard when the reports came out that they voted LeBron James as the best player on the Team USA. Ant-Man came the next day and say, nah, this my team. This my team. Everything's going to get run through me. So you got a battle between the older guys and the younger guys. And they got to come together and they got to fulfill their roles. Jason Tatum, fulfill your role. Play that great defense. Use your athleticism and showcase that, hey, these guys can't mess with me. I could clamp down anybody in the world. Anthony Edwards need to do the same thing. Joel Embiid even needs to buy in. But these guys are reluctant because they feel like it's their time now, young Africa. So therefore, you're seeing this dynamic. Do I think it's right by Joel Embiid? Hell no. But maybe it's some truth to it. Maybe LeBron is too selfish that he still want to hog everything. So the young guys like, F it, man, do what you got to do. We not going to give it our all. But I think that's a bad mentality because I do want Team USA to get gold. But if I'm Grant Hill though, I'm gonna send Joel Embiid ass home, and I'm gonna bring in Aaron Gordon. I'm not even gonna waste any more time because I feel like Joel Embiid is a negative influence on Anthony Edwards. They already got a crazy ass prima donna attitude anyway. And now you got Joel Embiid saying some shit like that and making bad hell yeah, I already feel like I should be the man of this team. And Joel Embiid, he probably go co-sign with Embiid. Man, you got to get rid of that cancer out the locker room, man. Send his ass home. Bring in Aaron Gordon. At least you know Aaron Gordon, he's going to be physical. He's athletic. He always going to constantly move on offense. He's going to do all the small things that they would need. And that's a great third big man to have behind Bam and Anthony Davis. And then you get a KD back. So, hey, what Joel Embiid doing? He's not being physical. He's not exerting his presence. So, I mean, you can send his ass home. That way you don't have to deal with that. And hopefully Anthony Edwards will wake up and be like, damn, they sent Joel home. I got to step my shit up because I may be next. So, I mean, you gotta set the tone, Graham. You said Kawhi handicap ass home. Why you can't send baby Joel Embiid home? So I think you got to make that move because you can't go into Paris with that, man. You can't go in. You can't go into this Olympic Games with this stuff rolling around, man.
Hey, man, look. I don't know about Aaron Gordon, but I agree that Embiid ain't it right now, and he don't fit the team. And that mentality that he's talking about what players used to be and how you're only giving fuel to other teams. That's the type of talk that you meant to have when you play for South Sudan, Joel Embiid. One of the things that you should have done and should have been doing instead of teaming up with Team USA. If you really wanted that credit, if you really wanted that, imagine if he elected to play for South Sudan, Cameroon of his home nation, or France, who he was eligible to play for. Now that talk about USA ain't really like that. Now it matters, man. Now you can do something about that and show that on the top level, man. But instead, he want to talk shit about his own teammates, and that's crazy because we got LeBron James still closing the game in the fourth quarter. Now, shout out to my brothers, South Sudan. We fight to the death. Shout out to Lawal Deng, who coaching the South Sudanese team, one of the greatest African players of all time. And he had those guys playing defense. They lanky, they long. They actually got a few players that should be in the NBA, like my guy, who was the MVP of the NBA Africa League, right? Omat, and then the other guy, Mario, that was cooking for 20 points. And then the other guy in the G League, Cariel Jones, or whatever his name was, that was cooking too as the point guard for South Sudan, who plays in the G League, who should be suiting up for a team in the NBA next season. Look, man, I like what I saw. And one thing that people need to do is calm down, right? Because what we saw from South Sudan is only a reflection of where the basketball is today in the world. And that is the best it's ever been. Don't be fooled, right? Don't be fooled. Because what the Dream Team went up against in 1990, whatever, ain't even close. South Sudan better than the team that they beat in the finals, Herm. And I'm going to leave that for later, but in the finals, Herm, who they played Croatia. If you look at that team and what they was compared to what South Sudan showed yesterday, bro, South Sudan would have clearly been the second best team in the world in 1994, bro. Light work. And that's evident. And that just shows the level of where basketball is on the world level today.
But you
and
got to understand basketball
shout out to America, shout out to the NBA. Yeah.
But you got to look at basketball evolved, so you can't take away how basketball was played back then and try to correlate what you see now and diminish the great teams that was back then. End of the day, the Dream Team was formed because of a great team with Vlada Divac, Dragan Petrovic, rest in peace, Arvydas Sabonis, and those boys that won the gold medal in 1988. That's the only reason the Dream Team even came together. So, end of the day, the Dream Team is responsible for why the Redeem Team ended up becoming together. At the end of the day, you got to look at the world was catching up in the 80s. They was already caught up then. It's just now we're seeing it on the forefront because think about all the top players are mostly from overseas. Jokic, Luka, Giannis. And, so you got others that coming up. Sabonis' son is killing with the Kings. So you got to understand, a lot of the top players are from overseas. Wemby, young up-and-coming. But end of the day, people got to realize the Dream Team was only formed due to what happened in 1988. If you do your history, know your history, have Vlada Divac, Arvydas Sabonis, and how those boys were cooking so good that they had to stop playing those young college kids and had to bring in the greatest players, the best players in the NBA at the time. So we can't diminish it. But the world been catching up since the 80s. We just now realizing it on the forefront. But the 1992 Dream Team would have won by damn near 80 points today, though. And I tell you that, they would have won by 80. They wouldn't have played around with them. David Robinson not soft like Joel Embiid. Hey, Patrick Ewing not soft like Joel and them. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley and Karl Malone not playing with those guys, man. Easy where Scottie Pippen locking up. That point guard that you talking about, Scottie Pippen clamping up. You ain't got Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan taking turns. They taking turns on this. So why you trying to dish the Dream Team? Dream Team 1992, they run circles around. Magic Johnson, they talk about assists. Magic Johnson would have had 20 assists. Easy work, man. Easy work. Y'all just don't realize it because
y'all. Hey, you talking about look. What you see today from the team currently, right, is not the final product of Team USA, right? There's a few things that aren't showing the full potential of the team. One is the coaching. Steve Kerr ain't really like that, right? And that's one thing, right? And then we haven't seen the best of what the NBA and the best players have to offer, because this is not even the full strength NBA team. If you want to talk about Kyrie Irving not on the team, John Morant not on the team, Jaylen Brown not on the team, right? And so we understand there's certain players that could make this team a lot better for depth reasons, but we go on with more of a full rounded team. This is still a solid team now. Hold up. Let me just see this. Show this. All right. Okay. Dream Team. Okay. Dream Team. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Karl Malone. Great players, right? Great players. Great players. But the Redeem Team, who I think is better, and the current Avengers team is what is being called right now. The current 2024 Olympic team going to Paris, I think that is better too. Well, we can start with the Redeem Team, right? We can just start with this team. And hold on, let me get the layout right? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so we can start with this too, right? And at the end of the day, when it comes down to who you think is the best players and the best teams, I say this, that this team, and these players, they are some of the greatest players of all time. But as a team and the team style of play, I don't think it's comparable. And this is why I don't think it's comparable. You tell me, Herm. When you see the Dream Team at 94, where is the floor spacing coming from on that squad? Just starting five there, you see right here. Where the shooters at? Herm?
End of the day, Africa, if you look at today's game, my brother, today's game, most of your prolific scorers score in the mid-range. They don't take a lot of threes. Kevin Durant, where's Kevin Durant money comes from? The mid-range. So people talk about floor spacing. The mid-range is always going to be there. When I look on this screen that you talk about, Karl Malone, one of the best mid-range shooters of all time. Larry Bird, one of the best shooters of all time. Mid-range three-pointers, whatever. Was a 50, 40, 90 guy. Scottie Pippen. I mean, he could pick his spots, but he could shoot the mid-range if he needs to. He's showing you the ability that he can. Michael Jordan, we know there's money for him in the mid-range. Magic Johnson could do whatever the hell he wants to do on the court. When it comes down to close games, Magic Johnson played big in those moments. So I don't think the weaknesses that you're trying to point out, I don't think it would fare well. I think they would be just fine in this era because one thing about basketball, some pace could change, the way how teams play could change, the physicality could change, but typical normal basketball, these normal things will always be there. The mid-range never gone anywhere when you think about it. So, end of the day, you could try to diss them. You could try to say the floor spacing. But that 5 you got up there, it would have been enough spacing for them to work. They still would have been able to make things happen. Jordan can actually slash, especially when you got a point guard like Magic Johnson. Jordan he could constantly move, and Magic Johnson would find him. Scottie Pippen, he's good at slashing and moving as well. And then they can speed up the tempo at will. The only guy that might struggle in transition offensively would be Larry Bird. But outside of that, all the other 4, they are great in transition. They can move with the ball. Whether Magic Johnson, one of the best decision makers of all time, go find a way. Hell, if they not open, he's gonna get them open. That's just how great Magic Johnson was. So a lot of weaknesses people overrate the fact of 3-point shooting, and this current USA team is not a great 3-point shooter team as we speak right now. So I mean, the Redeem team, Melo, his money come from mid-range. D-Wade, his money come from mid-range. Dwight Howard, hell, he just was the 3 feet guy. His ass really don't do too much. LeBron James at the time, his ass wasn't shooting no threes. So where the floor space with Kobe Bryant, his money in the mid-range. So it wasn't like the Redeem team had great 3-point shooting. So, I mean, you could diss the 1992 Dream Team, but the Redeem team had the same damn issues. They just got great talent. Both teams got great talent. Both teams knew how to use their strengths very well. At the end of the day, they were great. We can't take away from them. So you can say the Redeem team better, but hell, they didn't have any spacing, like you tried to allude to the Dream Team.
That sounds nice. That sounds nice. A lot of explaining, a lot of finessing, right? But that sounds nice. But hold up. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. Herm. Now, hey, nice finessing. You the greatest finesser in these YouTube streets, man. You one of the greatest. You one of the greatest. No doubt. And I'm gonna tell you this. You one of the greatest. And when it comes to what the Dream Team does well, no doubt, great team, great players. But as a team, right? They were playing teams like Croatia, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and cooking and blowing them out, right? One is this. They did not play a team, even on the level of a South Sudan, their whole run. No, definitely not. We're going to play the tape and run the tape. All the people in the chat that are capping, talking about Africa capping for his boys from the motherland, that's cap, because these are straight facts. And when it comes down to it, what did the Dream Team do against what? The select team. What they come up against? Young, athletic, hungry dudes, and Chris Webber, Christian Laettner, all these dudes that were out there, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, and all them, right? And they was cooking the Dream Team. Because what? Guard play, fast guard play, elite guard play is a weakness. And so I think that 08 team cooking the Dream Team. And I think even this current team with the floor space and abilities, that mid-range that you're talking about is getting denied, man. Karl Malone operates in the mid-range and post. Larry Bird operates in the mid-range and post, and he does be able to stretch the floor, and he would be the only threat from three-point range, right? Jordan ain't mid-range and post. And then you got Magic Johnson, which is literally mid-range post facilitator, coming off screens. We doing nothing but sagging in the paint, saying, go ahead and take that midi, bro. And there's no space. We boxing the lane out, man. Then you talk about the Olympic rules where you can hit that shit off the rim and stuff, man. Yo, man. We out here clogging the paint. They get nothing, man. And I think we see right now, with a team like USA, if it wasn't for the 3-ball against South Sudan, if it wasn't for the floor space and ability of a Steph Curry and that movement, we wouldn't have beat that team. And by we, I mean South Sudan wouldn't even have a chance to beat the USA, right? Without the 3-ball. They also use a 3-point range. And that's one thing that has leveled out the playing field. And so let me say this, man. Let me say this, right? Herm, we talk a lot about the style of play, the grind, right? The era, the defense. Herm, explain this to me, bro. What's going on, man? Herm, explain this to me, bro. What? Herm, hey, you on mute, man. Unmute yourself and explain this right now, Herm.
They enjoying being in Barcelona, man.
They enjoying what?
The moment.
What?
You supposed to relish the moment, man.
Relish the moment. This is called relishing the moment.
LeBron James, hey, you don't talk about when LeBron James pull up to the game with a glass of wine.
This ain't about LeBron James. Don't do that, Herm. You gotta explain.
You showed a picture that I had to say that. You know what I'm saying?
No. You gotta explain this.
LeBron James be pulling up with glasses of wine and cigars and shit. Everybody do their thing, bro. All them players be drinking and smoking. That's all of them do. All of them do it.
What?
All of them do it.
All of them do it? Okay. And so we doing this too? We doing this too? We a little too close, Herm. I thought this was a tough era, Herm. I thought we was body bagging and hard fouling out there in the paint, Herm. What happened, bro?
Oh my God.
What?
Hey,
what?
Put up that banana boat picture then.
No.
Put up that banana boat picture then. If you
No. We gotta analyze. We gotta analyze the dream team, man. The dream team. Hey, I don't know what kind of dreams they was having, but these are not the dreams that I endorse, Herm. This does not look like a tough era to me, Herm. Hey, Herm.
On the banana boat.
Hey, Chet, I don't know if you see this, but do you see the way Charles Barkley's leg is positioned on Karl Malone's knee, bro? That's kind of weird to me, bro. That don't look to me like it's a tough era, man. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. Like these are not your allegations to answer, Herm. But if you are one of the many of this era that had to push the narrative of the tough guy era, and we all tough up in here, well then, I call cap on that.
Is Karl Malone one of those guys that put 1 million stitches in Isaiah Zeke Thomas because of a damn elbow?
Oh, he did that? Okay.
Yeah. You forget about that. Charles Barkley, ain't he the same nigga that body slammed Shaquille O'Neal?
Oh, did he? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did they get real close and probably apologize to each other after that though? Like what this photo kind of shows? Best friends? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, it's okay to be close and smile, but in the heat of the moment in the game, them niggas were knocking the shit out of each other. You know that. They were knocking the shit out of each other. You know that. You know that.
Okay.
Apparently they wasn't knocking the shit out of each other. What motherfucker you seeing getting knocked out now? What motherfucker you seeing getting knocked out now?
Okay. Now nobody getting knocked out now. Nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. These niggas were knocking each other out.
I'm just saying they was real comfortable in that tough guy era, man. Very comfortable, man. They looking very comfortable, man. I don't know, man. Very comfortable.
You disrespected my OG era, man.
I don't know if Michael Jordan knows that he a dark-skinned brother. He don't need that reflection for the sun to get even darker, bro. He already dark-skinned. I don't know if he understand that, but yo, I don't really know how they used to get down.
Nah, but we really need to get to these comparisons because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a take. I'm gonna give you an interesting take about when you talk about this year's team and the 1992 Dream Team. When you think about the personnel wise, I'm gonna hit you with something that you ain't thought about. Think about it. LeBron James and Stephen Curry actually are playing the role. They're supposed to be playing the roles, though. They should be playing that role, but they kind of not right now. But LeBron James and Stephen Curry kind of playing the role of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They know they're the too old. They know they're the oldest. They know they're not the same as they was, but they know they're still good enough to get it done. They know they're the faces. They know they're still the faces of the league, basically. LeBron and Steph Curry are still the faces of the NBA. Like Bird and Magic was prior to the Dream Team. They was moving. They was slowly moving on from them. And at the end of the day, Anthony Edwards, a guy that I'm very disappointed in right now, a guy that needs to show more determination, more heart, and more love for the game, and get his own head out his ass and start playing real legit basketball and stop being a prima donna. Anthony Edwards supposed to be the Michael Jordan of the team. LeBron and Stephen Curry, they was ready to pass the torch to Anthony Edwards. Guess what he's doing? Anthony Edwards fumbling the bag right now. Anthony Edwards fumbling the bag. Because you know who they really wanted to give it to, John Morant, till he done this dumb shit he did. But guess what? Anthony Edwards got an opportunity to be the face of the league. Guess what they're doing? Bitching, moaning, and complaining because he's not getting the attention that LeBron and Stephen Curry got. And Ant-Man, you ruin your opportunity. Tyrese Halliburton, when you look at Tyrese Halliburton, he's like the John Stockton of the team. You know what I'm saying? He can facilitate. Now, he doesn't play the defense John Stockton can play. But they typically offensively can do some of the same things. Now, when you look at the big man, Bam Adebayo, he kind of was doing, he's not as skilled as Karl Malone. But when it comes to running the floor, when it comes to being physical and all that, he's kind of fulfilling the role of what Karl Malone did. Joel Embiid, he is nowhere near what Patrick Ewing was, especially right now because he's bitching, moaning, complaining, and being soft right now and being selfish by saying LeBron, his teammate of his, can't do it anymore. But Patrick Ewing, you can kind of compare those two. I always compare Embiid and Patrick Ewing. Then you gotta look at AD and David Robinson. They kind of got similar roles. Now David Robinson was more excellent than AD, but they got similar roles. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what I'm going at. Now, the only thing that the Dream Team got over this team, they got an extra big. No, they ain't got nobody better than Charles Barkley. You can look on the team right now, especially at that time. Nobody on this current team, even Jason Tatum and them, wasn't as skilled as Charles Barkley. They
really?
That's straight up the truth. That's straight
Jason
up the
Tatum not as skilled as Charles Barkley. What?
That's the honest God truth. Barkley can do every 3-level score, can post your ass up, can hit you with a 1-2 crossover, get to the goal, can blow past you, good in the triple threat, good in the mid-range. He could hit tough shots. So, end of the day, these teams got similarities in roles, but the 1992 Dream Team was a more complete team. Devin Booker and Chris Mullin somewhat got the same role. But Devin Booker not really putting up any numbers right now. He's not really doing too much. So you got to think about it. It's more similarities than what you realize. But after you get done with the similarities of the 1992 Dream Team and this current team, the 1992 Dream Team is more complete. And when it comes to their size, they was better. They was more skilled. They was more physical. They were better rebounders. They were better rim protectors. They was good at pick and roll action. Well, it wasn't a lot of pick and roll back then, but they was great. But I mean, hey, let's go. Hey, let's go there. And Africa, you need to think on this hard now, because these teams are similar in roles. Just at the 1992 Dream Team, they played better together. They had more. They had better team morale, and it just played better team basketball. And they was well coached because Chuck Daly is a way better coach than Steve Kerr. And we know me and you both need to cook Steve Kerr right now.
Oh, facts. I'm just letting you get your cap off. But yo, the big man, better, more skilled than Charles Barkley, right? More skilled than Jason Tatum, right? That's straight cap, man. You know that's cap too. When we come to about the skill level, that's one of the big differences as to what the Dream Team does well and what this current NBA team does well. The skill differences is major, right? And we're going to go to some tape right now, right? And then we're going to go to some tape from the USA team and the dream team of the 90s. And we're going to look at what just happened with South Sudan, right? And we're going to break it down. Now, what's happening right now with Team USA ain't a reflection of what they will be at their best because chemistry issues haven't been rolled out. They're experimenting with different lineups in different games, and that's something that I would cook Steve Kerr from. Straight up, it should be a simple starting five. Curry at the 1, KD at the 2, LeBron at the 3, AD at the 4, and Embiid at the 5. And if AD don't want to play, if Embiid ain't full strength, that would be my full strength lineup.
Better yet, after
full strength.
Send Embiid ass home and put Bam and AD at the front court.
And if Embiid ain't healthy, then that's cool. I'm moving AD to the 5, and I'm putting Tatum at the 4. Right, that would be my lineup, right? Or
why not
LeBron
put Bam at the 4?
Yeah, I don't know about Bam and AD at the same time. I like them being backups for each other, but at the same time, I think they occupy the same spaces on the floor. I don't know if I like that.
I think you got to do that against France, though. That's why I guess
if you want to go real big against certain teams like France with Gobert and Wemby, that's cool, and I would ride with that. And if you want to change up your lineups, that's the case. But he's been changing his lineups up, Steve Kerr, every game. First, we see Drew Holiday in the starting 5. Then we don't. Then we see Ant. Then we don't. Then we see Devin Booker now was the most recent one. Now, and I don't think he is a starter in this team. His defense ain't good enough, and his offense is too ball dominant to be flowing with this team, man. A lot of one-on-one. The reason why there was actually a close game with Sudan was a lot of one-on-one game. We swing, and then it's get into my bag, and let me get to what I get to and what I do instead of making plays. They don't do that, and hey, you just know about my bot. I got some game, Herm. You already know about that. You already know. We know we got that. We got that left to right. We got that movement. We got that flow, cadence, and everything. But I'm gonna leave that one episode very soon. You will see the handles of Africa out here. What niggas can do on the court. There's too many niggas talking at 5'6", acting like they know shit, but they ain't got that game, bro. So I'm about to show you the bounce. I'm about to show you what it is. But until then, we're gonna leave that for later. I know Herm got game. And we can do that too. So let me say this though. We're gonna bring out some highlight reel mixtapes out here for FYS Sports. But until then, let me say this. Let's look at what
most definitely.
Let's look at what the dream team went through and what the coach that Hollywood Herm talked about. And if you need to stop the mic, stop the tape and talk about something, we're gonna stop it throughout. Let's go through. But this is what happened in 1994 and the dream team.
Chuck Daly had scheduled a scrimmage against a select group of college players, a group thrilled to be facing off against their idols.
I found out today I might be picking up Magic a little bit full court, so, things are just happening for me. It really makes me happy.
My whole thought process was don't embarrass yourself, and that was like the theme for me, like just hang in there.
A lot of those people that I've looked up to, Barkley, Malone, a lot of those people talk confidence, and I think it's going to be a good matchup, There's no advantage on either side.
For the college players, it was a chance to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly, it was an opportunity to get his stars to grow into a single unit.
I think we're somewhere between the mentality of an all-star game and trying to come together as a team. So we've got to continually work on this.
Daly had been hired for his ability to manage personalities and egos. And when the scrimmage began, it became apparent that his players had left one of their biggest weapons, those egos, somewhere else.
The non-fan would think, well, they're going to go in there and they're each going to want their own ball, and Jordan's going to be hogging the ball, and Magic's going to be dribbling all over the place. Point of fact, it was the exact opposite. They overpassed.
It was like, I don't want to start it off. You do it. And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt any egos. And so these young kids, they were killing us.
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
Not into it.
Chris Webber was a man. I thought, boy, that's the guys coming this league. I could get out of here.
Bobby Hurley.
I got to get out of here, Herm. I got to get out of here.
I got to hit you with something that you've always.
I got to get out of here, Herm.
That's how I know you still wet behind the ears a little bit. Chuck Daly benched Michael Jordan on purpose, right?
Okay.
In that game. You forget about that, don't You forget about that, and then you want to talk about the select team. The select team this year only lost by 1 point. Cooper Flag was killing AD. Cooper Flag was killing Bam. Cooper Flag looked like he didn't have 60 points out there. So while you talk about the 1992 Dream Team, and you talk about how skilled these guys are on this current team, Cooper Flag single-handedly almost won that game. Single-handedly. Almost beat them and lost by 1. But their best player, LeBron and them played. Michael Jordan didn't even play. Chuck Daly benched him. On purpose, though. It was a strategy on purpose.
Hey, man, you're right. And one thing that Larry Bird said, which was important, right, was, dang, if dudes like that are coming into the NBA, I need to slide out of here, right? And that's not Larry Bird in his prime talking like that. That's Larry Bird with a bad back at the end of his career talking like that, right? And so that's the type of Larry Bird that you had on that team. You had a guy who was not in his prime, and then you had a Magic Johnson who was also not in his prime. Very sick, not so magical Johnson at that point in time, man. And he wasn't at his peak. And so you had players that are similar to what the players are today. And so what's the reason why I think that they will win, man? Straight up. Floor spacing and shooting, man. Athleticism, something that they have in abundance on this team currently with Jason Tatum, with LeBron James, still athletic, with all them. With Joel Embiid feels at full strength. Anthony Davis, they got that. Anthony Edwards. Embiid, I'm assuming this is full strength. Embiid ain't looking good right now, and I will start Anthony Davis over Joel Embiid. But we know what Joel Embiid looks like when he's fully healthy, and he's not that right now.
It's his mentality for me. I don't even think it's his health. But what he did, Africa, and how he disrespected his team, how he disrespected the country, how he disrespected, you know what I'm saying, LeBron James and Curry, basically, because that's who he basically called out to me with what he said. It's just a disgrace. I think Grant Hill, if you could send Kawhi home, you damn sure should send Embiid home and bring in somebody that you know that would do the dirty work, because we need somebody that's going to do the dirty work. And for the spacing that you're talking about, Africa, you only got 2 legit 3-point shooters on the team, though, and Curry and Devin Booker. Those are 2 legit 3-point shooters. We know one we can count on to a certain degree until too much pressure is put on him and Curry. But Devin Booker, we know we can't trust his front-running ass at all. So end of the day, you really only got 2 legit shooters. So the floor space you're talking about, well, Kevin Durant, but I don't know how he's going to look. I keep forgetting Kevin Durant hasn't played. So that is the thing that this team have in their arsenal. But we don't know how he's going to look. He is an older KD and everything, but Kevin Durant does change it up because he is a 50-40-90 guy. We know he could shoot. He damn near a better shooter than Curry and Devin Booker, honestly. So, I mean, Kevin Durant will help, but I don't trust Devin Booker. So the floor space that you alluding to, AD is not going to be able to stretch the floor because he's not consistent with his jump shot anymore. LeBron, we know as long as he's attacking, he's cool, but when he's settling for jumpers, it's not going to be that much space.
He can do both. Don't do that. He can do both. Don't do that.
If he settles for jumpers, though, that's bad for Team USA. So the spacing that you always try to allude to with this team, that 3-point shooting, really, if you look at that, I'm going to ask ChatGTP in a minute, but I want to see if you're going to be honest. What's the 3-point shooting differential for its percentage between this current team and the Dream Team? I want you to say that before I ask ChatGTP.
I think the biggest difference would be the attempts. The attempts will be huge. And then the percentage would be something like, I don't know what sample size you're going off, if you're just going off these few recent games and exhibition games, but or if you want to go off their career 3-point percentages, which is what we should be doing, Herm, instead of trying to finesse the numbers, I would say that it will be a big difference. It would be something like the attempts would be like triple or quadruple the amount. And then the percentages would be like 37, 38% as a squad versus 34% as a squad for the old Dream Team. And so that's a 6-7% increase, and that's a huge amount. Then we talk about volume, and that's something different. And we are just looking at these teams for the great teams that they are, but also for what they do. And what they do is mid-range post is the Dream Team. And then we look at the floor space in all three levels of the scoring of the modern game, and we understand the differences of those. Both got great players, but the way that this modern team today would guard the Dream Team is something that they never saw. Ain't no Croatia, Puerto Rico, or Cuba gonna put up that resistance like a team that we have today. And we even saw on the select team when they could put up that resistance. What it looked like.
I'm gonna have to cook you because Young Africa, I hope you realize that Chris Mullin in 1992 shot 53.6% for the three-point line.
Great shooter.
The whole Olympics. I don't think anybody on that Olympic team go shoot 50% from three. The whole Olympics.
How many attempts, Herm? How many attempts?
He had 28 attempts.
28 attempts in how many games, Herm?
I mean, I forgot the exact games they play in the Olympics, but that's still good. 53% for three, and he played actually decent minutes though.
Chris Mullin.
So you gotta account for Chris. They had to account for Chris Mullin.
Oh, great shooter, no doubt. Okay.
So when it comes down to it, bro. When it comes down to it, bro, the 3-point percentage not gonna be that much of a difference when it comes to with the teams. I think the continuity of the teams is the difference. That's why the edge go to the 1992 Dream Team. And if you look at it, Jordan even shot in the 40s for a 3-point range as well, though.
Okay. In the 40s. Okay. I'm looking at it right now.
Because I'm going to ask ChatGPT again for you, though. Just so you come with some BS, I got ChatGPT going on.
No. They play 6 games. And so 6 games, 28 attempts. Yeah, okay. That's like 4 attempts a game. Okay. He putting it up. Chris Mullin, great shooter, no doubt. Great shooter. He putting it up. We got, and this is the biggest difference, man, is the attempts. Okay. It's the attempts. Jordan out here shooting 39% from 3. Chris Mullin, 50% on 30 attempts. That's solid. That's like 5 attempts a game. Chris Mullin, lights out shooter, no doubt. Wide open looks, probably. And that's what happened in that era. They packed the paint so much that Chris Mullin out here getting wide open touches, man. And that's what you expect from a guy like that. That's what you expect from a great player like that. If he's getting wide open looks, you expect him to knock him down. But what I would like to know is how does that reflect the attempts that this team would take now? Now, if you're saying that they would take more threes and they would be jacking up more attempts, and that's how it would be when it comes to winning, that's fine. But I don't think so. And I'm just taking what they did at the time. Chris Mullin out here playing limited minutes. He's not playing a lot of game time. He out here playing how many minutes? About 10 minutes. About that.
I'm looking it up now. Hold on.
About 10 minutes. Not if that.
What Lamar saying?
He not starting.
What Lamar saying? He said Africa next up.
Next up. Oh. Yeah, I'm next up. I'm the one that's next. I'm the one that's next.
I'm trying to see why you think this goddamn current USA team is better than the Dream Team. What give you some goddamn nerve to sit up there and say that this current USA team is better than the Dream Team? Are you out of your damn mind, Africa? They almost lost to Sudan. They damn near went down to the rival Australia. And you sitting up here trying to say this current USA team is better than the Dream Team? Are you out your damn mind, man?
Oh, yeah. Let me remind you of one of the main reasons why. The greatest of all time. Yeah. Well graded.
But the
Well
1992
graded.
Dream Team.
One of the reasons.
Hey. But the 1992 Dream Team, Africa, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird,
Yeah,
and
I know.
Michael Jordan, they considered in the top 10 and everybody's top 10. You got three top 10 players on one side. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Larry Bird wasn't the same. He was basically hurt and all that stuff. That let you know how deep they was then. That let you know how deep that this Dream Team was. They just had more size when it come down to it. See,
these dudes not scary.
With this current USA team, they got more
scary.
wings. They got more guards. They don't really have a lot of bigs. But the Dream Team had the bigs.
These dudes not scary. Look at them.
Oh shit, David Robinson's scary on the court, nigga. On the court, David Robinson's scary. On the court, goddamn it, Patrick Ewing and Joel Embiid really the same player.
You're not scary. Okay.
They really the same player. They really the same motherfucker.
And we're gonna look at it.
And threes, just shot more threes than Patrick Ewing. And then when it comes down to it, Patrick Ewing and Karl Malone and Charles Barkley. Hell, them two alone do more than what Anthony Davis bring to the table.
Oh,
so,
no.
End of the day, bro, Dream Team was actually deeper. Tyrese Halliburton. We know we really can't rely on him. He's not gonna get that many minutes due to a Stephen Curry, due to a Devin Booker that's gonna get majority of those minutes, due to a Drew Holiday, because of his defense gonna be on the court more than Tyrese Halliburton. So he's a non-factor. That's one down. Anthony Edwards, he got to find his niche, and right now he's struggling with that. He's being a prima donna. He's being the scary little puppy right now. Then on top of that, Joel Embiid with the comments he just had, hell, I'll bench him for the whole Olympics in my Team USA. To be honest,
this is what you're missing, Herm.
He's going to be a non-factor.
Shout out to my guy Lamar, FYF Sports. South Sudan this year beats the 92 Dream Team by 20. And look, he might not be talking about the Dream Team itself, but look at the context of the competition, man. The competition is something.
You believe
different.
that, Africa?
It's something different. Now, if it's the 92 Dream Team, the way South Sudan play today is something that the Dream Team ain't never seen. Is what this is the essence of what FY is trying to say, man. They ain't never seen that. First off, like I told you, South Sudan today would be the silver medalist team in easily. They making the finals. They walking to the finals, bro. That nigga Jones that went to the cup and dropped a freaking 15-point triple-double on USA. Hey, do y'all understand? This nigga dropped a triple-double on USA. And he plays in the G League. Hold on. You don't need Africa is next up. And Lamont ain't capping. Lamont is trying to
capping like a motherfucker. Y'all two always cap together. Man. See, y'all like to come with this competition bullshit. End of the day, none of us in this chat. Hey, I'm gonna tell you how it is. None of us in this chat, except for Wally. Wally, the only person in the chat that probably can't compete with anybody back then in the 90s. While y'all capping on the 90s, while y'all hating on the competition in the 90s, the only person in this chat and on this video that can compete with anybody back then is Wally. Everybody else will get their ass torched by those teams that y'all disrespected in the 90s right now. Africa, you wouldn't be able to get a shot off. Lamont, you a three-point shooter. They'll drive your little ass off that three-point line. You went out and got a shot off. End of the day, y'all niggas disrespect the 90s. Y'all can't compete with shit with the 90s. Y'all can't even get on the same court with them niggas. And y'all dissing them. Lamont, Chris Mullin would beat your ass and y'all went to 10 by ones. Chris Mullin would beat you 10 shit. And you went out and got the goddamn ball back. Wiley is the only motherfucker that can sit up there and talk about his era, because this is Wiley's era that y'all talk about. Wiley played in the 80s in college, and he would, if he would have made the NBA, he would have been playing. He would have been playing with them niggas. So end of the day, Wiley knows what I'm talking about. So none of our asses can sit up there and try to say that the 90s basketball ain't shit, but none of y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be able to compete with none of them niggas in the 90s. None of them motherfuckers in the 90s, y'all wouldn't be able to stay.
That's cap, and we about to look at the cap. We about to look at the cap. And chat, Chat, we're gonna drop the link, man. And I like Wally to pull up, if he wants to pull up, to talk about what it was in the 90s. Since Wally knows so much, he knows about Puerto Rico. He was crossing up niggas from Puerto Rico. He was cooking Cuba. If that was what it was, then we need to talk about it. But let me say this: what I believe FYS is talking about is the competition levels of what it is today versus what it was.
Y'all can talk about competition and y'all will not be able to compete with them niggas. How y'all gonna talk about competition?
No. I ain't talking about me. I ain't talking about me. First off, I didn't go to the tryouts for the South Sudan team. If I did, I'd probably be on the team and we might have pulled it out in the clutch, Herm. So don't talk to me about that. I didn't go to the tryouts though. I had to go to school. So I wasn't really on time for that. But hey, look, Wenyen Gabriel, NBA baller, right? Jones, the guy who was on that team, the point guard, Jones, G League MVP. Then you got Wenyen Gabriel, who used to be playing for the Lakers, and you got JT Thor, who right now is on the Charlotte Hornets. This is a small team in the world. Understand South Sudan, Wall Street team, small country in the world. And they got 3 NBA level players, and then it's 4 really. If you talk about a guy dropping 20, so they got
South
4.
Sudan ain't gonna win shit.
It ain't about what they're gonna win, Herm. It's about the reflection of what
they're gonna get
it means
sent
for the
home
world
early.
game. Herm, I know you're mad, Herm, because we're about to fry you right now. That's why you don't want to talk about this. But it's what it means about the level of basketball around the world, Herm. That's what we talk about. That's what's changed right now.
Drop the link for them bums, because they ride with you. I'm gonna cook their ass. Drop the link for them bums.
We about to. And hey, and Wally talking cash money out here in the chat.
Yeah, that's my OG, man. That's my OG.
Oh, he said no videotape reviews back then, just tears. Oh, dang. Oh, okay. Hey, that's not true, Wally, because we do have some tape. And before we drop the link for you, we're gonna have to go into what it looked like for the Dream Team. What it looked like. what was it really?
I know what you finna do. I know what you finna do, Africa. I know what you finna do.
Yeah. You know exactly what we're about to do. and then I'm gonna drop the link real quick for the brothers. I'm gonna drop the link. Hold up. I'm gonna drop the link. And just wait on this, because you got to watch the tape and understand what it looked like when it comes to the Dream Team in the Olympics in 1990s. In 1990, what? 1992? It was 92. 92. Let's look at this, okay? Versus who? I'm going to go straight to the finals, because you know what the finals means, Herm, being a LeBron fan. You know what the finals means? It means the highest level of competition. That's what it means, Herm, which is why I respect the finals opponents. But we're going to look at the Olympic finals in 1992, and we're going to go through a little bit and see what it looked like, Herm. And I know you remember this, Herm. I know you don't want to watch this. You don't want to see this.
I mean, I was young as hell, but I just know my history. But I was young as hell.
Okay. Oh, we gonna see what it looked like, Herm. Ain't no finesse.
5 years old.
No. We gonna see. We gonna see. So hold up. Give me a moment. We about to show this. We about to show this to the people. No. Okay. Okay, Herm. You know what time it is, Herm. You know what time it is right here.
Anything other than being a star with the ball in his hands. Same with Curry. So you're asking a whole bunch of guys who are the man on their team to come over here and not be the man. So this, I hope now after seeing this, people start giving more appreciation to role players on these teams. And before you start running around saying these guys choked or this guy wasn't good. Now that you see stars in the NBA struggling with just trying to be role players, right? Just trying to sit back and, okay, I got to try to get to my points with only 5-6 shots. So it makes no sense what they're saying. So I think South Sudan was a hell of a team. I expect them to be in the final 4 teams in Paris. If they not, I'm gonna be surprised.
They get out their group, man.
Okay, we say that now, but the way they was looking, I'd be surprised if they don't get out their group.
It was more about Team USA. It was more about Team USA.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because Team USA. Because at the end of the day, we all knew, because when we was watching that game, and when they was up 14.5, I knew that USA was gonna come back. I knew they was gonna make a run and make the game competitive.
No doubt.
We all knew it. Like, we all knew. See, for us, we were just watching the game, just sitting there saying, we were just saying to ourselves, when are they gonna hit the switch and turn it on? Because we all know deep down is literally the best compilation of talent in the world. So it's just a matter of when they figure it out. And right now, Steve Kerr has to play with lineups, rotations, X, Y, and Z sets to try to figure out what's the best sets and get put out there to go win. And they played bad and still won. And this was against South Sudan's greatest performance. They had to do dropping triple doubles. They had Winnie Gabriel out there. I mean, I'm talking about some of these guys ain't never played better in their life, and USA still won.
Exactly.
Come on, man. So I mean, come on.
These are all pros. These are all pros. You got a couple of guys from NBA Africa, MVPs that went overseas and went international. You got contracts. You got Winnie Gabriel, who's a former NBA player. You got JT Thor currently on the Hornets. You got Carlik Jones, who's in the G League MVP and should be on the NBA roster. And you got certain players like the Mario brother, who should already be on an NBA team and will get shots after the fact, especially after a good Olympic. Now, let me just say this. We just saw the style of play one. Mario Shayak. Shout out to you, Moose. Shout out to Mario Shayak, who let everybody know around the world 20 points at the half, cooking the USA. Now, look, 3 ball, all 3 levels was looking nice. Look, now we just got to ask the question, right? The style of play that we just saw in 1992 versus Croatia, out here getting transition buckets, out here not playing no defense, no hard doubles, no pressure at the rim, no rim protection, no actual guard play that is actually fast guard play outside of Drazen Petrovic, right? And a 6'7" Tony Kukoc that's not beating nobody off the dribble, but that has the strength. I mean, that has the leg to finish.
Is beating people off the dribble.
No. He not blowing by dudes like that. He's gonna beat smaller guys off the dribble. He might go and take a 3 ball and shoot over a guy. But let me say this: the style of play that we saw was interior scoring, and what we see today is spaced out actual gameplay where you got 5 out or 4 out, 1 in style of play, where you got guys literally that can be able to get their shot off one-on-one. You saw Carter Jones taking good defenders off the dribble, contesting lays, right? And just look at the style of play first off. Look at the defensive pressure first off, Lamont. They don't understand. And the level of play around the world, shout out to America. Shout out to the NBA. You set the standard and everybody else leveled up, and that's shout out to you. But when it comes down to it, we need to start giving credit. True pulling up here and talking about, hey, I might take Croatia, talking about Tony Kukoc, best player on the floor, not understanding the team concept and the style of play and the evolution of the team. Just strategies alone, I think, can easily make you better individually. Even if you're better individually, that we can be better when we just talk about the strategy, the coaching, the style of play. Now look at this. Look at the pressure. Look at the ball. Hey, hold up. Look at the ball pressure. Look at where he has to guard. Look at the screen and look at the big man that's already out of the 3. Hey, we have never seen this many players out of the 3-point line in the 90s game at all. First off, just a whole different game, man. What? The impact. Hey, Lamont, can you just describe the impact of what that means when you talk about how spaced the floor is and how you're
look at that.
Outside the perimeter?
Look at this. Like you got ball, you got on ball pressure. You got guys sitting in help gaps. They're not attached to some man, so there's no clear-cut driving lanes. Also, the defender is what? The defender's doing what I like to do with my team, take away the middle, forcing you to sidelines. Because you see if he drives to that sideline, it's a stacked-up rotation of defenders right there. And I know this is easier said than done because USA has a ton of shooters, which is the equalizer. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is you seeing guys actively going out, forcing the offense to make mistakes, as opposed to what we saw in the other game with Croatia. Croatia was just they just sat back saying, we'll play passive and we hope that you make mistakes. We're never going to force you. So if you go back to that Croatia game, they never forced the issue defensively. They all sat back. They all played with their hands on their knees, to their shoulder. They barely showed any strong contest. They weren't really going out there taking the action to the USA team. The USA team was always taking the action to them. And this South Sudan team, this is why I say they would crush any team in 92. It's because they going out there and they taking the action to the teams. And you know, they are going to zone up much better. This team already has better shooters than most of the teams back then. They got way more athleticism than any team back then, including the 92 team. Right? So, I mean, I'm talking about even the USA team, they got more athleticism there. Because you're talking about an old Bird, old Magic. Jordan was really the only true athlete on that team. Barkley was not a significant athlete. He was not above the rim at that time. Even though people claim he was. I mean, you're not talking about a whole bunch of really great athletes, but South Sudan would have wiped through everybody. But it shows in the video. Just look at the video. Look at how this team is playing.
Look at the defense. Hey, look at the defense. And this is against the best players in the world. We got him going baseline, like Lamont said, and we got the big stepping up Anthony Edwards. No, hell no, hell no, hell no. No rebound, but that's cool. But hell no to that. Okay, reset, 1-on-1, bro. See, this is what I mean, man. This is what I mean. First off, Team USA's errors and weaknesses is 1-on-1. Jason Tatum taking what True calls a good shot and what Boston Celtics would call a good shot. But in this game, at this point in time, not a good shot. The players on the court. No, not a good shot. Huh? You call that a good shot?
Nah, this say it was a good shot though. But I mean, NBA champ too.
That's what Boston Celtics taught Jason Tatum. That's ingrained in his DNA. He calls that a good shot. That's what he calls a good shot. That's what I'm saying. So, anyways, bad shot, brick, bad shot, brick. And one of the issues is we can't get a rebound out here, but that's okay. That's okay. And so we out here. And so this is the difference, man. And we down 3, South Sudan to USA. And okay, from the inbounds after 3 offensive rebounds.
I got to see the end of this because you know what? I turned the TV off when they went up by like 5. And then the next thing I know, they talking about LeBron had to hit a game winner. So I missed the end of it. I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell.
Let it play out too.
Oh, yeah, we're going to let it play out. We're going to pause it out. No, but Herm, this is going to be a slow cooking, Herm. This is going to be a slow cooking because we got to understand the levels of game, right? And what South Sudan do, what Croatia could never do, and what the whole 90s era don't know nothing about. And that's actual skills when it comes to perimeter scoring. Look at that. Double screen. Look at the double screen, Herm. Look at the paint. Nobody in the paint, Herm. This is what I mean about the difference of the level of scoring and the level of skills, man. And South Sudan out here playing NBA level basketball, man. Look how up the USA team is, man. Look at the respect that South Sudan has commanded throughout the game to make you have to step up on that shit. Yeah, because if I don't really respect that, I'm sagging back. I ain't even caring. But no. Anthony Davis on the switch. Okay. And we got Carly Jones, G League MVP. Oh, inside, out. Yep, dribble, drive. Hey, where's the foul? Okay, and that's the little bit of skill levels when we talk about not the world's best players, but okay. Still, the fundamentals were there. That's okay, though. That's okay.
So what were you guys' thoughts on Arika Ogunbowale setting the WNBA scoring record with 34 points as they get the 117-109 win?
Hey, hold on, man. This is slow cooking, man. Hold on. We're gonna talk about that. But we need to talk about Team USA. Foul, Anthony Davis. That's cool. But understand what South Sudan was doing, man. It was a close game. Anthony Davis not great on the free throw line. Okay. Look at the organization. Look at the size of the players, man. We got 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" players at all positions, man, outside of the point guard. That's Wenyen Gabriel.
I'm disappointed in
That's Wenyen Gabriel at the high post. Okay. Swing. Dribble handoffs. Okay. Oh, we out here picking on Anthony Davis. Oh, okay, that's bad. These are the issues. We understand they're not elite athletes when it comes to versus Team USA.
They're not that skilled.
Exactly. The finish.
Because he could have got a mid-range jump out of it.
He could have hit the floater, but that's that composure. That's not being ready for the moment. That's not being at the level of a USA. That's okay though. But when you come up against teams that will and that can, that's a little different. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see that. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, they got lucky right there.
Hold up. Look at the pressure though. Let's give South Sudan some credit though. Let's give South Sudan some credit though. Clean up. We're relying on the 3. We're not putting pressure on South Sudan.
Let's see what they do right here. Because South Sudan was running some elite sets. I ain't gonna lie. They just set right here.
On the switch, Derek White.
Okay.
What? We got Wenyen Gabriel, ISO.
That's good. That's okay. Good defense. That's good. Okay.
Hey, be aggressive. Hit him with the pump fake. Be aggressive. Okay. That's what happens. That's LeBron James.
Have a bad offense, man.
Oh, that's LeBron.
That was not bad offense with a shot clock, man. That was good offense. You had to shoot the ball.
Exactly.
That was just better defense.
He's good.
Straight up.
Good way to go vertical. That's good defense.
That's international basketball. Pull up. Transition. Pull up. Hey, Croatia never would. Never could, man. Never would. Hey, and this is in the NBA, they might have caught a foul on this in the NBA. But
let me see that again. Hold up.
In the NBA, that's straight up though.
That's not a foul. It's not a foul.
Yeah, in the NBA, that's a foul.
No, they changed it. No, in the NBA, they changed it. The rule of verticality, they changed it.
I don't
Not a
know.
foul
I
no
think they're
more.
gonna give the star the call
You
right
know,
there.
it all depended if he moved it. Like, I mean, she looked straight up to me. Like,
It's okay. Okay, so that's a 4-point game. We got Steph Curry bringing it up. Okay, swing.
what's Steve Kerr?
See, this is what I don't like this set right here. You look at this set right here. I don't like it. I don't like this as an in-game set because I'm not hunting threes. So so the way I'm thinking right here is at the last 3 minutes, 2 minutes of a game, I got certain sets that I'm running. Everything that I'm running last 2 minutes got to get to the rim. You got to be. I got and this is right here. This play right here looks like to me an ATO, a quick hitter. I'm not running quick hitters late game. You need to run I'm running something where when Steph Curry catches this ball,
the kill
look at that.
I'm running something when Steph Curry catches the ball, he has like a multitude of options, not just I got to shoot the ball because this is part of the play. This is the play design. So I think Steph shot it because the play design didn't call for any other reads. So I put this play call on Steve Kerr. I don't like the design of this play.
That's wide open look though. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but you want some rim pressure late in the game. Okay.
But Steve Kerr. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, bro.
Yeah, I'm not drawing up quick hitters in with under 2 minutes, man. Ain't no way unless I'm down. And then that's a good move. They just being aggressive right here.
He needs to be on the NBA team, man.
Good drive. Good kick.
Yep. Swing.
Wow.
Oh, they had chances
rebound.
too.
Y'all got boxed out.
Oh,
they still score though.
Hey, look at the movement, man. Look at this style of play is something that the Dream Team has never seen, man. Never ever seen. Drive, swing, and who? Hey, hold on. We need to identify the issues right here. Okay, we need to identify the issues. Okay. We got Derek White at the top. Okay, we got LeBron James on the wing. LeBron comes up. Yeah, LeBron. Hey, you don't need to do all that, LeBron. LeBron messed up.
That was right. LeBron did right. He's supposed to do that. That was right.
LeBron was right.
That's exactly. Need to help that. I think.
No, hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. No, because hold on. AD. So LeBron has to do something called help the helper. So LeBron's helping AD out on the backside. But that's something he wasn't doing for the Lakers, which is why they were getting barbecued by Aaron Gordon. But he did it right there, so we give him credit. And it's Derek. See, remember what No, hold on. No. But listen, because remember on this play, all you got to do is your job. So remember, I talk about weak side low help and weak side high help. Derek White right now Derek White is actually the one right now out of position because when you're in the high side on the weak side, you're supposed to be faced up against these two perimeter players. So right now, Derek White has his back turned to these two perimeter players. If he turns around, you one step off, you can play two. Right now, he can't play two. So when they kick this ball out, this is why he's scrambling wild because he's out of position. Go ahead and play it a little bit more. Watch how him being out of position messes him up. See, because if he's in a position to play two and he's already faced up because he's in that high weak side slot, he don't get barbecued like that. So that really is on. You have to play two. No, Derek White. So what happens is if Derek White is successfully able to go stop the ball, then LeBron's going to come back out and help Derek White. Right. But because Derek White started out of position with his back to those two guys on the perimeter, he put himself in a bad situation because he's ball watching. And I have a specific drill where I always stop it when that high guy is ball watching. I say you cannot ball watch. You have to be faced up again with these two guys on the perimeter because when it gets kicked out, you got to be able to go apply pressure and stop the ball. And he because he was out of position, he had no time to go stop the ball. And now you look at South Sudan turns it into a massive scramble, and they end up scoring out of the possession. That was on Derek White. For sure.
We got 45 seconds, and we see South Sudan executing playing high-level basketball, man. And if you notice, just on the court, like outside of the point guard who's in that corner, like they match up with size very well with USA, man. There's nobody that's really totally outmatched in terms of size. But we got that pick and roll.
Spain got big. Spain and Serbia got a big team.
Derek White off the pick. I don't know what Derek White's doing in the game, but that's a nice love. Okay, but we don't. Hey, and no Derek foul. White. I like that.
Derek White low key hoping get better in the game.
Hey, hope. Hey, see this is what I mean. Hey, Herm, where you at, Herm?
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, where you at? Hey, ain't nothing that Croatia could ever do when it comes to this. Look at that. That's what I mean. The level of skill. Step back, JT Thor in LeBron's face.
Thor, I seen JT Thor do that. I was like, yeah, it's
JT Thor to put him up 1.
I ain't gonna hold you. When I seen
play,
JT Thor do that, I was like, we lost this game.
Hey,
I seen JT Thor do that.
That was
I
a
seen
prayer.
JT Thor.
That wasn't a prayer, man. That was a smooth move.
Hey,
that was a confident, smooth move.
Hey.
Now, look. Hey, look at number 7 down here, right? And this is like, I don't know if he mad, if he hating, but like, look at what he's telling JT Thor to do. Swing it up top, wide open, man. No, I like that. And he ain't even celebrating. He know that's not the greatest of shots, but at the end of the day, that's what we do, and that's what you're meant to do, man. Even if you're meant to try and take the last shot, I like that. And so then we come to GOAT James, and I don't know what you think, Herm, but it would have been interesting to see what Dream Team, if Dream Team were ever tested in the fourth quarter, to see what kind of offense they would have run and who they put the ball in the hands of. We sadly never got to see that because shit was never close like that to even get to that point. So, but what we see here is LeBron James at 39 years old, chat, still getting the ball and being the primary decision maker in the clutch. Okay. And what's the set? The set is really LeBron. Get the ball, space that shit out. You might have a flare off-ball screen here for Steph Curry, but it don't matter.
I'm not impressed.
No. Hold up. Driving lane. When LeBron sees a lane like that. When LeBron sees a lane like that, that's crispy. If I'm winning Gabriel, I'm stepping over. We don't play with LeBron too many times. I'm making him pass that shit to Anthony Davis for a midi for the game. But you don't want to do that.
Remember this shit in the playoffs, Africa.
No. Don't worry about
I'm not impressed.
And yeah, that's too late. That's too late, winning Gabriel. That's too late. Should have stepped on that before that. But that's the greatness of LeBron.
They got lucky. That was lucky. They got lucky when it was late, because that would have been a block.
Yeah, no, that was late from the get-go. That was late, like once he started getting ready to drive.
LeBron damn sure couldn't come through against Denver. He damn sure couldn't come through against them.
I know this.
He already late. Once LeBron got a step on him, LeBron don't even see him, bro. He just sees the lane. And so at the end of the day, man, I
ain't gonna lie. What is Steve Kerr? What is Steve Kerr doing? Like Steve Kerr really said, "Hey, yo, LeBron, dog, I ain't gonna hold you." Like, you gotta match up. Like that's like, come on, Steve Kerr. I mean, look, hey, it went in, it worked out, but that should be concerning. Like that should be concerning for USA if y'all relying on that, because that ain't going.
Relying on what?
That just happened to be what was the vulnerability of the defense at the time, man.
I'm saying like, because we're going against like I said, we're going back to the plays during the stretch of this game, and this in general, the lineups, and Lamont made a point about the roles on this team. Listen, man.
True. Let me ask you, what do you think Steve Kerr said in the huddle before this play? What was the call?
Hey, LeBron, take us home.
Hell no. That's definitely not it. Okay, definitely not. I don't think.
Hold on. Let me see the play again, because this is the play I didn't see. Run it back just a few more seconds.
It's not really a play. It's an ISO. It's all it is.
But that's basketball.
JT Thor, cash, right? Timeout. Timeout, right? Timeout.
JT Thor.
South Sudan. JT Thor down 2 with the. Look at how far the world has come, Lamont. Oh,
he ain't think he gonna shoot that. He ain't think he gonna
put
shoot
that hand up, cash, right? We call timeout. Yeah, you got to call timeout. Yeah, they hype. We up 1.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I say. Hey, JJ Thor been an African legend. They won that game. He hit that shot.
He already legendary. This whole team has.
He already legendary. Period. But I'm just saying they won that game like that.
It's 5 million. But now, baseline timeout. We get the ball to LeBron James, right? Okay. We got a back screen, useless ass back screen in the backcourt. Like that's what I'm saying. Useless ass screen.
Okay. Let me see what they running.
Okay.
Because I want to see what all the other 4 guys did.
Okay, so we got 2 corner shooters, right? We got Devin Booker on one side, and Anthony Davis out here sending screens for Steph Curry. But South Sudan, we fighting over the screen, staying attached. Yeah, stay attached. So LeBron.
The play call was for Steph.
Yeah, but not available. Not available. LeBron looks at that. Okay, we ain't got that. That's not available. Okay, look at him. He's looking at that. Seeing if he comes off. Doesn't come off. Keep the dribble going, and then we just going.
Oh, look, y'all. Look. The play call wasn't for Steph. If you look at Steph and AD, that's a fake action.
That was a decoy.
It's a decoy action to open up the lane. Yeah, I like that right there. That was solid. Yeah, you got to give Steve Kerr credit right there. That's solid right there. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that. No, I'm stealing that. I like that. No, I ain't gonna lie. I like that.
Let's pull it back. Yeah, hold on.
No, I like that. I like that right there.
I'm not
Look at the dummy action. Hold on. Look at the dummy action. Look at
This
it.
occupies the big, right? So the big is occupied now.
I'm not falling for that, bro.
And look. Because hold on. Check this out. Now check this out, Africa. If Wenyen Gabriel is high IQ, knowing that Anthony Davis is not going to be a threat, I'm just dropping to the rim right now.
That's what I said. He got to step out and stop that lane, open it up.
But
also, Lamont, that low in the corners, they had to communicate to them about that. So I listen. I see what he's doing, but listen, I'm not falling for that. Because if I'm on the corners, I'm communicating. Hey,
you can't really move off the corner, but like Wenyen Gabriel, once you realize if I leave AD, you got to catch and shoot mid-range jumper. I'm good with that. I'm good with it.
But if I'm backside though, if I'm seeing, you know what I mean, what's in front of me, I'm communicating what they trying. That ain't working, bro. I'm sorry, that ain't working, bro. I mean, it worked, but like,
true. Here's the monkey wrench. This is
Gabriel though. That was Gabriel.
No, but here's the difficulty though. See, this is the beauty of what Team USA has. It's hard to say that you would do X, Y, and Z when LeBron has the ball, but then when you look off ball, you see Devin Booker in one quarter, you see Steph Curry trying to come off a pill screen, you see AD who can roll, you see all types of options around you, so you don't know what the hell to do. So I mean, it's much different if you're playing the Memphis Grizzlies and you got some scrub from the G League, you got GG Jackson or somebody standing around. You got Devin Booker, Steph Curry running around now. Man, come on, man, give these guys a break, man.
It is easy to say dumb, but I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna lie, GG Jackson knocking down that shot though.
But that's LeBron James on the floor. But listen, my point is that's LeBron James' spot. That's one of his favorite spots on the basketball court, though. So I know if I'm already thinking, I'm looking at that. I'm also listening. I'm looking for that LeBron James drive. I'm looking for the LeBron James drive.
The greatness of a LeBron James, which is why he got the ball. True. The greatness of a LeBron James. If they make a mistake on that,
screen, is right,
then he giving the ball to Steph Curry very quickly. But he keeps his dribble. But pass is there. He's looking for the pass. It's not there. And the dribble is like, I think the greatness of LeBron in this moment, it's so seamless. When he goes from option of Steph Curry to it's like a 0.5% a second decision when he goes looks at that and then just go.
So Africa, here's the problem with this play. This is the problem that South Sudan has, because their defense right now is all congested up. And really, the guy for South Sudan right now is this the person that's really messing South Sudan up right now is Steph Curry. I'm gonna tell you why. Because let's say Wenyen Gabriel actually does dive and go away from Anthony Davis, okay?
Yeah, okay.
If he does do that and Wenyen Gabriel picks up LeBron, AD is already headed steam towards the rim. That's going to be a lob right at the rim that can win the game. Boom. That's one option right there. Secondly, right there, remember how in that last play we talked about how Derek White was supposed to help the helper? Because this guy is so attached to Steph Curry, he's not even in position to go help Anthony Davis if Wenyen Gabriel goes to help in the lane, because you got stars on this team, you got guys attached to corner shooters, you got this guy attached to Steph Curry. Wenyen Gabriel is essentially forced to play like that because he now has to decide: do I go guard LeBron or do I give up a lob to AD for the win? And because everybody else is attached to their man. That's why I say this was a beautiful play design right here, because LeBron James literally no matter how South Sudan would have guarded this, LeBron James would have won the game for the U.S. Whether he scored through the lob to AD, one of those two would have happened. There was no other way, because you look at how they're defending. They're all attached to their shooters. And the thing is, the way the USA was shooting the ball, I would have gave up a three in this instance. You would have had to beat me on the 3-point line.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, because the guy right there next, who that on the court? That's Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. What if he would have slided? He would have helped on AD.
That's too much space to cover, man. LeBron's making that corner pass.
I'm saying, but going back to Lamar saying, I mean, no, but he ain't in the corner though. It was not in the corner.
No, I think that's after LeBron commits to the drive. He starts moving. But
let me see.
I feel like this is the greatness of a LeBron James. And even if LeBron missed that at the rim, like AD's right there for the putback as well. So you can't really win it on that level. When Gabriel goes up, no rebounder. So at the end of the day, this is the greatness, Herm, of a LeBron James. You can pass out of the clutch. You can score out the clutch. You can analyze the game and so effortlessly go from looking for the option.
You really
he's looking, and the dribble and the cadence doesn't change at all. And he goes from the dribble. First off, these men don't even realize what's going on behind them.
Sudan, Africa?
Huh? What?
This is Sudan.
This is Sudan. This is better. This is a team that's better than Croatia. That's what it is, man. They better than Croatia.
This team may be better than Croatia though.
They are better than Croatia. Herb. Stop it.
I only said I said it off the strength of what Tony Kukoc on. That's all. Like you like I said,
Petrovic was actually the best player on Croatia. And like I had to tell Africa, it was the split in the country though. You keep forgetting
this team is way more athletic, way better,
so
more skillful.
They really still didn't have their full team.
But to be fair though, just because Tony Kukoc is Draws and Patrick is better than everybody on South Sudan doesn't mean they're a better team. So like, I mean, with that being said, like,
man, Sudan gonna get blown out. Sudan gonna get blown out for the rest of the games they play.
I mean,
hey, Lamont, if you're listening, man, hey, put a poll in the chat. Who better, man? 2024 South Sudan or 1992 Croatia, man? Put that in the chat.
South Sudan may be better though. I'm gonna say, listen. Tony Kukoc and Prejovic is better than everybody in South Sudan. But it's a team game. But it's a team game though. So it's like it's about everybody else on Croatia. Yeah,
look at the step back free in the corner. Stop
it. That was luck, man. That was
not
luck. That was a prayer, bro.
That definitely wasn't his game, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was out of body. That was out of body shot right there.
That was an out of body experience, man.
He made it though. I give him that. He made. Now I like JT Thor though. I think
Hey, Africa, I'm gonna drop a gem on you because you been prophesized on this space and stuff, and you been hung up on that, right? You know, Team USA scored 40% of their points in the mid range. And
which
your man,
Dream Team?
Yeah, not the Dream Team. This USA team scored 40% of their points in the mid range. So what I basically tell you, bro, you so hell bent on because of your basically the determining factor is the 3-pointer. Really, this USA team primarily works in the mid-range or penetrating in the paint as well. So, end of the day, while you trying to discredit Team USA, they primarily do the same things like I tried to tell you earlier. They're more similar than what you realize, but the differences is the Dream Team has greater players on their roster than this current team do. But we got CJ in the building, man. My little brother from another. Ain't that CJ, Herm? Yeah, Africa.
Where's CJ?
I mean, with that being said, who should replace him then?
I could find a guy, Aaron Gordon. They could do all the small things, all the dirty work. Being the third big man, air workout.
Hold on. So you're gonna skip? I don't mind. I don't even. Now that being said, I wouldn't mind an Aaron Gordon. I really wouldn't. But for a big, because we're gonna be light at bigs if Drew Embiid gets sent home. So I think if you want to send him home, shout out to 2K guy Chet Holmgren. You know what I mean? That'd be that's a guy can rim protect. You know, he's a good rebounder, not maybe the same as Drew Embiid, but he has international experience also. He plays so when he was 17U, whatever, he has experience. He can shoot the ball, defend, versus. So I think that'd be a great replacement. I mean, listen, I mean, he hold his own though. He ain't soft out here though. Like he gonna get into. I mean, hey, Joel Embiid been flailing too. I mean, hey, we might as well if we're gonna have somebody.
I can't even argue that. I can't even.
I'm just saying. Drew trying to get USA eliminated. I didn't say. First of all, I didn't say to send Drew and be home per se. I'm saying if you're going to do that, who are you going to replace him? And I think what's wrong with Chet Holmgren? Chet Holmgren, one of the best defensive
Yeah, I don't
bigs
know
we
about
have.
that. The physicality of international basketball. I don't know if you're ready, but hey, Lamont, if you can, I want a poll in the chat. Hold up. I want a poll in the chat, Lamont. Who better, 2024 South Sudan or the 92 Croatia team that we just saw? Put that poll in the chat, man. I want to see what the chat say because it's ridiculous out here. And when it comes to Chet, yeah, he's okay. But when it comes to the actual international style of play, I think we got enough bigs with Bam, AD, and then you could switch out certain players to play small ball 5. So I think it's more so about the lineups and consistency, man. I think you just need to be consistent. If Embiid's going to play, he better be healthy and he better max out. But his style of play, a slow down tempo, post up, face up, ISO game, we ain't got time for that. That ain't how
yeah, but do y'all
you
believe
maximize
what he said? What he said for us, what was toxic for the team? Do y'all believe it's toxic for the team? Though?
Yeah, because my whole thing is like, why are you even saying like, bro? Who are you? And be like, this is why this is why he be getting cooked. It's like even if you are a B supporter, this is why it's like I mean, he said he should be in a GOAT conference. I don't because I saw some of or he said also, I don't know if y'all talked about this. He said he should be if he wasn't for the injuries, he'd be in a GOAT conversation.
Yep.
Or something like that. Like that was crazy. Like that's just crazy. Like he crashed. Yo, I'm just saying, bro. Like
he did crash.
That's what Embiid said. He said LeBron is not the same as he was. I don't know if y'all heard, but Embiid out here taking shots at LeBron, and he said, "You look at the talent that the USA has, but there's equal talent on other teams." Shout out to South Sudan. And the talent that's on the US team, you also got to understand most of those guys are older. The LeBron now is not the LeBron that was a couple years ago. So it's a big difference, is what Joel Embiid says when it comes to Team USA. Embiid out here talking crazy, recent U.S. citizen, and he talking crazy about his own teammates, giving the world hope. I don't know if South Sudan heard about this, Herm, before the fact, but it sounds like they did, and they was going at everybody. Now, the crazy part is that he talks about everybody that you see on paper ain't the same. He goes, everybody would also tell you, and you can see for yourself, the athletic LeBron dominant that he was a couple years ago is not the same now. I think people got fooled by the names on paper, but those names have been built throughout their career, and now they're older. They're not what they used to be. That's crazy talk. And look, this is the type of talk that sounds like a talk and conversations and comments you make after a loss, man. It sounds like these niggas already lost and haven't got the goal over. That's crazy. This nigga talking like they caught L's and it's over. The tournament ain't even started yet, and this man talking crazy. I don't know if he heard already from the grapevine or he on the way out or that he's not going to be starting or that they're looking
That's
at
why he
his
never
spot.
made it past the second round with that mentality right there.
With that mentality of we ain't the same, sizing up his own teammates. If you see that, Herm, don't you feel like as a former MVP, dominant player that you are, that you take it upon yourself now to raise your level, knowing that these niggas ain't got it like that no more? Don't you prove to the world that you are the best player on the planet and level up your game? Oh, that's what I thought you would do. Not them weak ass people handoffs that be doing at the top of the key, not a playmaking threat like that on the perimeter. I'm looking off that dribble handoff and just going. You can look it off. You can act like you hand it off, and you just go every single time. But at the end of the day,
really
out here talking crazy about everybody.
Yeah,
not
Embiid
just
really
LeBron
has
James.
to go, though.
But he says specifically, this is about Steph Curry. This is about Kevin Durant. This is about LeBron James. When he says, I think people get fooled by the names on paper. But those names have been built throughout their career, and now they're older. They're not what they used to be. They not like us, Herm. They not like us, young niggas out here dominating. No. They ain't what they used to be, according to Joel Embiid. And so, hey, man, I don't know what the chat got to say about that.
But my point is why is that relevant? I understand certain points what he said because it's true to certain things about we understand it not in their primes and a lot of times their names gets people still talking like these guys still their prime per se. But what's that to do with like, cause let's be honest with you, like, I mean, I still would, I mean, Drum B, if you could have Drum B over those guys, I don't think people understand, but if some of those guys get picked over, if they say, hey, I think Steph Curry, KD, or LeBron James and Joel Embiid, it's kind of not, it's kind of not, it's hard to argue not. It's like, bro, because Joel B can't be available. You're not even healthy. So it's like, you talking about, oh, this and that. Well, they can say the same thing about you and B, because why should people still believe in you who you are as a player when you can't even stay healthy? I'm just saying, you saying that you should be in a GOAT conversation, like, that's crazy, bro. Like,
that's why we call
maybe they get hurt.
That's why we call him
crazy,
Mr.
bro.
Second Round, man. That's why we call him Mr. Second Round.
The second
because
round
he got a
bandit,
weak ass
man.
mentality, man.
This man is a second round bandit, man. Like, this is insane. Like,
they got a weak ass
crazy
mentality.
part, man. This the crazy part, man. Now salute to you, True. Gonna slide you out, man. We're gonna talk to the
all right,
to
though,
the
peace,
people
man.
real soon. Salute to you, my family.
Salute.
Now look, as I was dropping that evidence, I know you thought you could slide out of here without answering those questions. I violated you when it came to the facts, man. Team USA, dream team, not even close when it comes to the competition. Not even close when it comes to the style of play. Not even and just like you said, they are going to adapt to the modern era. Yeah, they better adapt, Herm. They better, because they got to adapt to the level of play, the evolution of the game. Because what they used to have ain't going to be enough. Just like them trucks weren't enough when it comes to the shoe game. Oh, that high post up, slow ass, backing up like this ain't going to work in 2024. No, we packing the paint. We're hard doubling. We got athletic defenders.
Shout out to No Chill Gill in the building. Shout out to No Chill Gill.
And we know what it is. And shout out to No Chill Gill. We know, hey, Gill. I was letting them know, man. South Sudan watching everybody in 92, man. Hold up.
Man, South Sudan
Hold up.
watching shit.
Hold up, man. Did you see the shot that South Sudan hit? Hey, we got Croatia tape in 92. We also got the tape on this game, man. Now look, we know that Team USA the best team in the world. When we talk about the level of play and the evolution of the game for the world, look at the step back JT throwing cash. What? Hold up. 92 ain't never seen that. Man. And if we pull it up and we
point to try to elevate LeBron James, right or wrong?
No doubt. First off, like I said, man. First off, just look at the difference in play style, man. Look at how Team USA got a guard out on the three. Look at the space on the court. Look at the driving lanes. Look at their ability, right? And this has been done, right? 50 seconds left in the game. This has been created by what? By the threat of the South Sudan and them imposing their will. Gaining that respect where we got a guard now. Y'all been hitting during the game, so we take you serious now. Maybe not at the start of the game, but we take you serious now. So we're stepping up. We're stepping up. And what? Hold up. And then look at this. Look at Steph Curry coming off the screen. Look at their defense. First off, you ain't never seen this many plays outside the three-point line in 1992, Herm. What we just saw, niggas out here in the paint, 4 niggas in the paint. They ain't doing shit like this. They ain't stepping up, pressuring the ball like this. We just made Steph Curry have to take a dribble and have to reset. And now what? Now we still fought over the screen. He needs to go look for another one. See? And what? Wenyan Gabriel stepping out. We playing good defense, Herm. Croatia ain't never heard of something like this. Okay. And we got to get off the ball. We don't like what we see, Steph Curry. Okay. Dribble handoff. Derek White coming off. Good job, South Sudan. That's the exact game plan. Herm. That's the level of the world. We leveled up so much where we got Steph Curry to go off the ball, throw it back to AD, and he got a dribble handoff to Derek White, and that's mission complete, bro. It don't even matter what happens after this. Mission complete, my nigga. Derek White going to the rim. Yeah, man, we going to eat that up. Yeah. Throwing a lob when you could have went up strong. Yeah. That's why that should have been Ja Morant. That's why that should have been Kyrie Irving. Yeah. That's why that should have been Kyrie Irving coming off that, looking to score. Weak ass Team USA selectors out here with their bias, man. Hating on the man because he had a tweet talking about some real shit. Stop that. So at the end of the day, that's on you. And so Derek White coming off that, we're eating that up. And then we go down and transition. The modern game of the NBA, man, where we push off the stop and we go and get it, man. Quick shots are good shots. Gilbert Arenas would have loved to play in the modern NBA, bro. Because them quick shots, he would have pulled that shit from right around here right now if he felt like it. And what we going to do? Down 3, about how many seconds? About 5 seconds gone off the shot clock, and we pulling that shit in LeBron James' face, man. Hey, this is a clap for international basketball. This is a clap for the evolution of the game. This is a congratulations to the world. To the world.
The world being caught up. So why did think the dream team was even formed in the first place? Because of what happened in 1988, how the world displayed that they already caught up to USA basketball, how they was already just as skilled as USA players, how they was just as they was more fundamentally sound then, so they already caught up. Y'all just so caught up in just thinking about these unique sets that y'all see now and talk about how they extend the defense out further now. I want y'all to understand this. If you do this against players like Gilbert Arenas, he'll torch that defense. He'll torch that type of defense. You did that against the Steph. You did that against the Allen Iverson, torching that defense. Kobe Bryant. Hell, the Redeem, y'all had to bring Kobe Bryant back in the Olympic play because look what happened in 2004. To the point where they got done getting your ass kicked. They got their ass kicked so bad because they didn't have any three-point shooting. That's why they called it the Redeem team. They still had basically the same team. They just added Kobe Bean Bryant. So I just want you to understand, young Africa, man. You use the three-point shooting as a separator, and you use it because the defense is extends further in this era than back then. It's your basis of why certain teams are better. End of the day, bro, just that 1992 Dream Team is just a more complete, more well put together roster than what you see now on this current roster now. And then the IQ level. They don't really play with a high IQ, this USA team. They made the game harder than what it was supposed to be today. That's why this game was so close. Sudan go get their ass whooped. They gonna lose by more than 10 to 15 points a game for the rest of their games that they play. They're not gonna be in another close game. And that's just the honest God truth. And I bet each and every one of y'all in the chat right now, if y'all really think I'm capping, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. And I'm going to do something right now while Africa run this mouth. I'm going to do some research to prove my point. This is probably the closest game Sudan that had the whole exhibition. They probably got their ass kicked every game prior to the day. And I'm finna look that up right now, actually. Sudan would not be in another close game. And I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
That's cap. And first off, it ain't even about Sudan. See, this is what the haters do, chat. This is what they do. They try and bring down the actual topic of discussion. This is about Team USA. But see, Herm want to make it about South Sudan, right? South Sudan played above the level of expectation. South Sudan actually did things that they weren't meant to. It ain't about South Sudan. This is about Team USA, right? And when I talk about what Sudan did, I'm talking about what the world and the level of play. Because South Sudan ain't the biggest threat to Team USA anyway. You still got Canada. You got Germany. You got a lot of teams out here that will put up a bigger threat than South Sudan. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say. This ain't about what South Sudan had done. It's about what they did, right? This isn't about what South Sudan didn't do. This is about what Australia did, right? What Serbia did. Now, these are the levels that they've gone to. Now, is anybody saying that USA ain't the favorites? No. Is anybody saying that USA won't win the gold? No. But the difference is, what I am saying is, the current NBA USA team is better than the Dream Team. And don't be fooled by the numbers and how much they were winning by when it came into the 92 Olympics and all them exhibitions and blowouts doesn't truly reflect how good they were. Because those numbers and those blowouts were because one, the first time that all the best players in the NBA come together as one team, on top of the fact that the world was not even close on the level of play when it came to basketball. Fast forward about 30 years. Fast forward about multiple levels of play, styles of play, having evolved the NBA and evolved the game as a whole. Fast forward to even elements of European basketball coming to the NBA, and you see what? You see the world having what? Leveled up. You'll see teams like South Sudan, coached by the great LeBron James, leveling up. You see guys like Carlick Jones, who's a G League MVP. You see guys like JT Thor, who out here riding the bench for the Charlotte Hornets. You see guys like Wenyen Gabriel, who I don't even think is on the NBA roster anymore, but used to be still putting up numbers and still putting up great level of play. These dudes are athletic. These dudes are strong. These dudes are way more skillful than anything that the Dream Team saw in 1992. And so, congratulations to the world.
They asked me who guards Steph Curry. John Stockton could guard Steph Curry.
John Stockton ain't starting, bro. So you better stop that.
It's not about.
No.
They asked a simple question, and I gave a simple answer. It's not
no. These are the starters.
Who could guard Steph Curry, and I gave them one name. John Stockton could guard Steph Curry.
So you going to the bench to look for who guards?
They just asked a question. I just answered.
Okay. John Stockton, that's the only one. Right?
I mean, if you go off the starting five, if you compare the starting five, you could put Jordan and Pippen on Steph Curry.
So you're gonna put Jordan on Steph Curry. He's gonna be running off all them screens. Okay. So
put Scottie Pippen on Curry.
You're gonna put Scottie Pippen on Curry. Okay. So Scottie Pippen's on Curry. Hold up. And we're just going to use this. We ain't even talking about the Redeem team yet, which is even better of a team. But we're going to just talk about who he going to put on who. So
the Redeem team. I ain't even
no. Don't even worry about the Redeem team yet, Herm. We're going to just talk about the 24 Olympic team, right? Don't let me confuse you, right? Okay. So you got Pippen on Curry. Pippen starting. Okay. Pippen on Curry. Who are you putting on Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant ain't played yet. So
no. Don't worry. Hey. At full strength, you already know what's going down, Herm. Don't do that dumb shit. Don't do that.
All right, at full strength, then I gotta reevaluate the Dream Team because
you gotta reevaluate.
No. That five that you put up, that's not the starting lineup of the Dream.
Oh, who you starting on the Dream Team then? Yeah, who you starting?
Since you doing that, since you going that route, I think at the time that best lineup was I think when David Robinson was playing basically. I start David Robinson. I start Karl Malone. I start Pippen. I start Jordan. And you'll be surprised at this because I slick would have to do it. I'm starting on Clyde Drexler.
Hold up. Will you say you're starting Clyde Drexler?
Yeah, Pippen would basically be my point guard.
Hold up. So we out here starting Clyde Drexler. Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna pull up the squad, yeah, just in case you forgot who was on the squad, right? I'll pull up the squad for you, okay? So you got Clyde Drexler, Pippen, Jordan, and who?
I got David Robinson and Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, okay. So Karl Malone, David Robinson, Drexler, Pippen, and Jordan. First off, Drexler is the budget version of Jordan, but we're going to go with Drexler, right? All right. So we got the budget version of Jordan, right? Less offense, less defense, but we're going to go with Drexler, who got the same bounce. Pretty much carbon copy of Jordan. Okay. Jordan's a 99 overall. We got Drexler at 89. Okay. And then we got Pippen. And so what's the matchups going to be now? Who is David Robinson guarding? Because my lineup for 2024.
David Robinson is actually just as skilled and athletic as Anthony Davis, so he could deal with Anthony Davis with ease.
Yeah, Anthony, because at full strength term, this is my lineup, right? I got Embiid at the 5, full strength. He don't look like that right now, but if it was Embiid, I got Embiid at the 5, I got AD at the 4, I got LeBron at the 3, I got KD at the 2, and I got Curry at the 1. And we all know LeBron's running the point on that team, even though Curry's at the 1. Okay, and so who is David Robinson guard? He got an Embiid, or is that Karl Malone? You know, 6'9" Karl Malone, by the way, Herm.
David Robinson guarding Embiid. Karl Malone, he actually could deal with AD. He's too strong, and he's
Karl Malone dealing with
athletic.
AD.
This
You
is
know
the
Karl Malone
athletic
6'9",
Karl Malone, by the way, though.
Yeah. Karl Malone 6'9". You know that, right?
Yeah, he could deal with AD.
Okay. He dealing with AD. Okay. And then who guarding LeBron James?
LeBron James, shit, you don't have to emphasize much on that. I put
What?
Clyde on. I put Clyde on LeBron. I ain't worried about
You put it Clyde Drexler. Hold up, man. Hold up.
I really would put Jordan on him.
No. Hey, so make your pick. Make your pick, man. So who you put? You're gonna put 6'6", 200-pound Clyde Drexler on LeBron James. That's your choice. That's the solution.
He could guard LeBron. It ain't nothing difficult about LeBron.
Hold up. Who? Clyde Drexler can guard LeBron James?
Yeah, he could.
He couldn't even guard Michael Jordan, bro. How he guarding LeBron James?
I mean, Michael Jordan more skilled than LeBron James.
No. We talk about they got different games, Herm. We know that. Downhill LeBron James, even at 39 years old, is fucking dunking on Clyde Drexler, bro. Stop this, man.
And Clyde Drexler dunking on LeBron.
No, he ain't doing shit like that. So, first off, LeBron, okay, so you got Clyde on LeBron. Okay, you got Clyde on LeBron, and you got who on Kevin Durant?
I gotta put Pippen on KD.
We know you gotta put Pippen on Durant, and then you're gonna put Jordan on Curry. Look, you already got problems, man. You got problems no matter where you look. And Clyde Drexler on LeBron James is the first problem, right? Then you got Karl Malone, who's not no elite defender, on Anthony Davis. That's another problem. And then you got David Robinson and Embiid. And we know this is the difference, right? Even on defense, if you're able to somehow match up well, let's say they have a good defensive game, right? The Dream Team, a good defensive game. A good defensive game doesn't look like what it does in the 90s. We got the floor spaced out. We got shooters everywhere at all 5 positions.
No, y'all don't.
We got a lot of one-on-one matchups and driving lanes for who? The one, the only, LeBron James. And you got
I'm gonna tell you what my lineup. I'm gonna tell you what my lineup would do. We speeding the pace up. We gonna do it. We gonna be in transition throughout that whole damn game.
Who got the faster team, Herm? Who got the faster team?
We actually got the better athletes on the court.
No, you stop the cat, bro.
David Robinson, a better athlete than Anthony Davis.
No, he not, bro.
Yes, he is. Clyde Drexler, a better athlete than Kevin Durant. Scottie Pippen, just as good as an athlete than anybody on that court. Michael Jordan.
No. What do you mean? Why you say anybody? Hey, hold on.
It's the truth. Y'all always big on Scottie Pippen.
Is Scottie Pippen more athletic than LeBron James, bro? Is Scottie Pippen more athletic than LeBron James? Stop this, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
Hey, take him upon. AD is not faster than David Robinson.
Exactly.
AD not faster than David Robinson.
Hey, Herm, man. It's looking bad for you, bro.
No, it's not.
It's looking bad for you.
Joel and Embiid would be ran off the floor.
And then we got the bench, right? Where we got Anthony Edwards coming off. We got Jason Tatum coming off. What? Come on, Herm. You got Bam Adebayo coming off the bench.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards can't even find his role on the team right now. Nobody worry about that, man. Jason Tatum, he go shoot down.
Why are you bringing? But this is what I'm saying. You're telling me stats for a team that already played through Olympics, and this is what I'm telling you. Don't bring up stats because this team has not finished the Olympics yet. So don't give me stats. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, from the 3 games that I've seen, they're a better shooting team than the Dream Team. That's hands down. From the 3 games that I've seen, they have a better bench than a Dream Team. You're telling me about. You're telling me it's about teams that have trouble with the team that they had today. Well, of course they did, because the skilled players are way better now than they were back then. So there's a the gap has reached so far compared to what they was.
How can you judge that? How you know how good they were?
What do you mean? How can you judge?
How can you judge it?
Because I watched the game. What are you talking about, bro? Don't even say that. Do
How
not
can you
even insult your own approaches. You cannot sit here and say that. You cannot sit here and say that today's players are not better than 20-year players ago. You can't sit here and say that
Not
because
all
that's
of them
just
know. Not all of them know.
that's saying that basketball has not evolved. Okay, if you're going to tell me that the players from back then are as good as they are now, you're lying to yourself, bro. That's saying that basketball has not evolved. And everybody knows that it has evolved. Why? Because who's been the last couple of MVPs? It sure hasn't been American players. Need I say more?
Well, I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys actually listen sometimes.
Jackson cooking, man. Shout out to Jackson, man. Hey.
Well, because y'all hate on the 90s. So I mean, I'm not surprised by
Bro,
none of that.
I cannot hate on the 90s. I'm gonna tell you why I can't hate on the 90s, because I grew up in the 90s. I seen Jordan. My favorite player was Latrell Sprewell. So that's how you know I grew up in the 90s. Okay? My favorite player was Latrell Sprewell. I seen Jordan through all his phases, everything.
The world, and I hate when people, this how I know they casuals. I hate when people say the world was trash in 92. No, they wasn't, because the dream team would not have ever been formed if it wasn't for the USA getting their ass kicked in 1988 by Vlade Divac.
But they didn't have their best players. They did not have their best players. What happened? What happened when you put Jordan? What happened when you put the best players? I'm asking you a question though. What happened when you put the best players on the best team?
I wasn't even done though. The point is, nigga, we never thought that we'd have to use our pros to even play. So the whole point is, the world was catching up back then. It's just that we didn't realize how close they was. So end of the day, they was catching up in the 80s. The world caught up then, actually. It's just that we had to realize we can't even send our amateurs anymore. We got to send our professionals, because that's how much the world has caught up to us. We can't even send our amateurs anymore. We got to send our best guys for real.
That's a valid point.
So what I'm saying, when people trying to say the world was trash, that's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. If that the case, we would not even had the dream team if the world was trash. We would not even had.
That is
so let me ask you,
Jackson, get your damn mind right and understand why the dream team was formed.
That's what happened.
It was formed so we wouldn't get our asses kicked again.
That is a great valid point. I give you that, because there was people like Sabonis.
Okay, Jackson dropped off.
Right? He was talking good hoop though.
Oh no! Shout out to Jackson, man. He was cooking.
Shout out to Jackson. He was talking good hoop though, for sure.
Oh no, that's solid. That's solid. He might be back. He might have some connection issues, but I want to ask him this, man. Jackson, you back? Look, I want to ask you about what you saw from South Sudan, right? Because the question is now, Herm makes a good point as well. He talks about how there is elevation when it comes to the world in the 90s. And that's why they had to send the pros, because the world caught up to the amateurs, the college players of the NBA. And so this is the question. When they caught up to the amateurs, the college players, right? They were more in awe professional players
of any.
Right. Hold up. When they caught up to that, there is a difference between catching up to the college level players and catching up to the NBA level players, right? And so when they sent off the best players in the world, the USA's best players, there was a big difference. And that was evident in the Olympics. And that's what makes the Dream Team such a great team. The first collection of the best players in the world for USA. All at one time on one team. It was a dream, apparently, right? But at the end of the day, that gap that the world closed on the college level was not close enough to even be competitive against the best that the USA had. But today, we just saw, and we've been seeing in recent years, that the world has most definitely caught up to the best players that USA has to offer.
But they caught up. Now, if you want to talk about when they caught up to the pros, they caught up to the pros in 2004. When they went, and we took them lightly then because we
you talking about Argentina?
We sunk basically our rookies and first year players out there, which was LeBron, Melo, Wade, and all them guys.
Oh, you still had Iverson and Duncan.
Yeah.
You still had enough ballers on that team.
Yeah, they had Bruce Bowen on the team, and they got their ass kicked in 2004. So the world was already caught up. That's the point. The world caught up. So we had to, for sure, start putting unique rosters together. We had to actually think about it now. It's like, damn, we can't even just take anybody no more. We can't just go off the names. We actually got to put a roster together now. So that's what made the U.S. start doing after that 2004 loss. We was like, they really started panicking then and realized that damn, they really caught up now. So we gotta actually specialize in picking the right rosters, and which they end up ultimately doing. Because I think on that 2004 team, we took it lightly because we had guys like a Tayshaun Prince on the roster, great role player, great defender, but he's not a guy that's gonna generate buckets like you need overseas. Overseas, you gotta have guys that can generate buckets when needed. And that 2014 kind of lacked it at the time, and they lacked that continuity that you need. They lacked the intangibles that they needed to get over. They had the talent, they had the names, but they lacked those intangibles. That's why they got their ass kicked in 2004 by Ginobili and those guys.
No doubt.
I mean,
so why can't you accept that South Sudan been caught up to Croatia, man? You got to accept that, right? After watching the tape and being educated.
But like I educated you on Croatia earlier, Croatia really was split up for Yugoslavia. So once they split, they separated all their talent, because you gotta remember they were just that team in 1988 that won the gold medal, but they split because of their civil war that they had going on. So really that team wasn't even complete, it wasn't even whole. So they had a lot of different stuff going on back then. So ultimately, you didn't even see the best of Croatia because their country was at war, and they basically split up during the Olympic time. So they were split up to two different teams, basically. A lot of people forget about that. But when it comes down to Sudan, bro, I think that game ultimately came down to what USA didn't do. It wasn't because of how good Sudan is. It was basically because we dropped the ball. We played to their level. We wasn't focused. We got drama because Joel Embiid dumbass said the shit what he said. We got a prima donna and Ant-Man just salivating to be the man so bad he forget how to play basic basketball. So we got a lot of different things going on right now that's really derailing us to have close games with teams like Australia, and then now with Sudan.
I think Herm. I think you can blame Embiid. Look at this. You can blame Embiid. You can blame a lot of factors when it comes to the chemistry of Team USA currently. But really, I feel like you just ain't giving enough credit to the world, man. Because when it comes to the game, I feel like the world is that good. And I think this is a style that's interesting. It's the world style, which is more team ball, which is more ball movement, player movement, which is more about finding the open shot as opposed to individual talent and breaking down your defender and getting to it. In the modern NBA, players break down their defender and try and just get to it. If you swing it from one side of the ball on the strong side to the other, and you actually get the ball, you breaking your game down. Hey, hold up, Jackson. You got to echo. Look, it's about breaking your defender down and being able to get your own bucket. See, that's something that plays into the hands of these teams because you're shortening possessions. You're attacking quickly against a set defense, maybe. And I don't know if that's the best way to go about it. Swinging, multiple attacks to the basket, multiple kickouts, swinging the ball around. Now, if you just see this play, right? This is the world evolving. Look, swing. They're able to recover off the ball. And that's an amazing defensive play from Wenyen Gabriel, man. Like, they recovered. Derek White gets the ball on the cut, and they were able to still get up on it. Then we push, and we pull up before you can even get back down.
See,
Now,
I'm
these are elements
disappointed
of the
because you
NBA
the
style.
same nigga. You the same nigga that was cooking Wayne Gabriel when he was on the Lakers. Talk about how terrible he was.
No. Hey, this ain't
And
about. This ain't about.
now all of a
No.
sudden you trying to big him up to
That's how
try to
you do.
prove a point.
That's how you do, Herm. You be finessing. Look, it ain't about Wenyen Gabriel.
That's not
Wenyen
finessing,
Gabriel,
though.
when
It's
it comes
just
to the
truth.
NBA, ain't on that level. But when it comes to the world and it comes to how he's able to play, he could still play better on an international level than he does on the NBA level. He has more responsibility. He gets more touches. He's featured more on that team. That's just gonna build a player's confidence. You know, you play differently, Herm. I know you played basketball before. When you know you're gonna make a mistake and the coach gonna take you out, that's a different feeling than when you know you're getting 35 plus minutes on South Sudan and you know you're the anchor on the defensive side of the ball. That's a different level of responsibilities, different vibe. So look, Wenyen Gabriel on the NBA level might not be the elite level of player or even close to that. Borderline NBA player. But when it comes to South Sudan, he's the anchor of the defense and he's a core player for that team. And so when it comes to what he can do, he will play even better than he does in the NBA. And then it comes to this. Look at it. Look at the defense. Hold up. Full court. Holding him. We swing the ball to Derek White, which we ain't scared of that. We're not trying to end off ball screen. Look, I don't know if LeBron James understands his role in this team, but really, the success of this team will be really based off of LeBron James's greatness. I don't know if his role is to set off ball screens in that, but I want him to be on ball for most of the game. I want him to be making the decision consistently. And if he needs to, when it swings, then you make your move. Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum. But at the end of the day, this will be the playmaking of LeBron James that will get the team through because Steve Curry ain't going to do that. And Steph Curry being the primary scorer, I don't think is the case too. He is like a very important player in terms of the floor spacing, in terms of his ability to move off the ball. The threat of that alone will make things happen. But LeBron James on the ball, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, if that's the case like it is right now, Anthony Davis, LeBron James is going to do amazing things, and it's on LeBron to create the plays. It's the IQ of LeBron that's going to get it through because these sets
If y'all relying on the 39-year-old Africa,
playmaking. I'm talking about the playmaking, the creation.
Gonna win no damn gold.
No. It ain't about relying on LeBron to score 30. It's about relying on LeBron to create the advantages and opportunities for the team to be able to score efficiently, Herm. Don't be finessing. He going to attack in transition. He going to attack downhill like he does and like he did, like we saw in the clutch, one-on-one. That's barbecue chicken. We know that. But then when Kevin Durant's on the floor, it's going to be a whole different proposition. So just understand this. Everything that you were talking about at the start of the show, it don't sound the same now, bro. It ain't sounding the same. The bass gone. The energy gone. The facts don't really back up what you're saying, man. This team right here, we haven't even seen the best of Team USA yet. And we can see. Goat James out here carrying at 39 years old. And you ain't even going to give him no credit for the bucket to win the game, her?
I'm not impressed.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
impressed. I know.
It's against Sudan, man.
I know.
I can't be in joy. I can't be in joy over there, man.
I know, man. And hey, Jackson, we got Roddy Hood too. Hey, y'all got anything to say, man, before we wrap this up, man? Look.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up soon. So y'all get your last talking points in.
Let me just say this right quick. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
Hope everybody chilling, man. Hope y'all good. I, for one, personally, and this is just me, may not be everybody, but it's just me. I like blowouts. I like, you know what I mean? You up by 30, you win by 15, 20, whatever. But it don't have to be like that every single game. I like competitive games. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect South Sudan like they're not professional basketball players in some form or another. You heard, if you watched the game, well, after the game and some of the highlights and different things, you heard LeBron say, these guys have been practicing for months. We've been practicing for 2 weeks. I'm not going to sit up here and undermine them and make it seem like, oh, they're just this weak competition. They qualified for the Olympics. So they are good to a certain level to at least compete at an Olympic. If they're good enough to compete at an Olympic level, then I'm not going to be surprised when the game comes close. I'm not going to be surprised at a close game, which for me is just 10 times more entertaining. It is very entertaining to see because everyone can shine and look good and show their ass when you up 20 points. But what about when you're down 14? Who's actually going to step up? Who is going to be the man? If you've been watching these games and the post-game shows and videos and clips, you see LeBron talking to the group after every single game. He is clearly the leader of that team. And 39 years old for LeBron is actually 29 in the average NBA body. He's really have the body of a 29-year-old. He has that same athleticism. You don't see too many players right now in the NBA besides maybe Anthony Edwards, John Morant, that have better athleticism than LeBron James. When the push came to shove, I guarantee you that everyone on that roster, everyone on Team USA staff was relieved to have LeBron James on their team, to have LeBron James on their
Shout out
side.
to Ace from the UK, man.
Because when you seen, because when you seen what he did on that last possession, you could have either, for me, I would have either gave it to Steph or LeBron, but I leaned towards LeBron. I knew he was going to get the job done, whether it was by 1 point, whether it was by 100 points. A W is a W. It's hard to criticize the team. You would have a point if they lost, but they did not lose. They won. And now they're 4-0 in these exhibition games, which lets you know that they're pretty much, for me, they're pretty much unbeatable. By the time the actual games that count come around, I predict Team USA winning each game by double digits. Because that's just how good they are. This is a much more advanced game today.
Shit, I
And yes,
bet you on that right now. I bet you on that right now.
Team USA is going for the gold.
They're not winning by double digits every game. I bet you that right now.
I mean, well, I think it's a real possibility they could.
It's not even a possibility.
For me, yeah, I understand. I respect that. I respect that. For me, it's a possibility. But like I said, as long as they come home with the W, 1 point is enough. Either way you look at it, 1 point is enough. If they win every single Olympic game by 1 point, they still win the gold.
Hey, Roddy, man, I'll say this to you, bro, that I don't, after watching the exhibition games, I don't think it's going to be by double digits, but I don't expect that either because I respect the level of the world now. The level of the world is not something that you can just look over and think double digit blowout every game. Teams can get hot. The style of play in terms of the 3-point shot and being able to get hot on any given night can test any team, bro. If you hit 10, 15 threes, it's going to be questionable if you can win that game. You better be hitting too. And so I don't expect blowouts, but this is what I will say. I do expect USA to get gold. But look at this game, for example, right? LeBron gets the clutch bucket, Roddy. And just something that I haven't emphasized is the shot that South Sudan got off for the game. Because there was still 8 seconds left on the clock, right? Down 1. And look at the quality of shot that they were able to get off. Just to show you how close they really was. It wasn't just the LeBron shot, but this young man's Carlik Jones, cooking in the G League MVP, should be on the NBA roster, got a 15-point triple-double out here against Team USA. Out here at 6'1", getting 10 rebounds and shit. Look, and look at the shot off. Against who? Against Drew Holiday, bro. And look at the move. Oh, started left, right. Oh, and first off, he beat him off the dribble 1-on-1. That alone should get a nigga a contract in the NBA, bro. We out here on an island, and we got the best perimeter defender in the NBA, and he's hedging one way, and he went left.
Not the best perimeter defender, man.
Hey,
Herb
Tony.
Jones a better defender than him
Who?
on the perimeter.
Who?
Herb Jones.
Herb Jones, come on, man. That's debatable.
Yeah.
But I don't see it yet. I don't see that at the highest of levels yet. Herm, if his defense is so good, where was that at when they were trying to make the play-in out of the frick?
They didn't lose because of him.
Okay.
I put it like that. They didn't lose because
anyways,
of him.
see, you want to take it somewhere else where it ain't. And that's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Look, gets it off. That's an open look. AD too far away to really affect the shot. And USA gets lucky. They should have lost that game. And so at the end of the day, this is what I mean by how good the world is. You can still get a shot off in a quarter, and our late game execution out of the timeout, Lawal Deng, one of the greatest African basketball players of all time, writes up a nice play, puts the ball in the hands of his MVP player of the game in Carlick Jones, and he's able to get it off against Drew Holiday and have a clear look. And he going back to the locker room thinking, man, we should have won that game. But hey, y'all played amazing, executed the play, and you just missed the easy shot in the clutch, getting it off on Drew Holiday. No pick, Carlick, no pick Jones out here. And they got very lucky. That should have been cash. And then Wenyan Gabriel, if he was really like that, should have put that back emphatically. Low key was a foul by Anthony Edwards on the putback, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Low key, right there. That's a low key, but we ain't gonna talk about that. They ain't gonna give it to South Sudan in the clutch. But what we do know is that the world is like that. So shout out to South Sudan and Rudy. Like I was saying, the world is that good in which you can't expect dubs and undefeated streak for Team USA all the way throughout the Olympics. But I do expect them to win a gold. But I do expect the world to have really, really competitive games against Team USA. They better get their shit together, and they better understand what their rotations are. They better have a consistent lineup and a consistent level of play. One thing I don't agree with is switching up lineups depending on the team you're playing, as if you need to match up against certain teams, man. Your best should be better than anybody else's at any given time. And it's kind of weird that you're not doing it like that. But that's what Steve Kerr do. He be playing around. He's not really like that. Not very adaptable. And I don't know why Eric Spoelstra ain't the coach. That's who it really should be. But that is what it is.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I like the world has definitely gotten better. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of there's a lot of competition, a lot of good competition.
Y'all are blind. The world been ready. They've been
yeah. No, they
oh no, it's a different level though, Herm. Don't act like Croatia in the 90s was ready. They was not ready.
They're definitely balling. What I saw in tonight's game.
For the last 25 years, Africa, the world been right there.
What I saw in tonight's game is that South Sudan, those players, they looked crazy every single time but when LeBron got the ball, they looked normal. What he was doing to them, they looked normal. It was like LeBron had the attitude of like, nobody on this planet can guard me. And this ain't the NBA. This is the Olympics. I face way better players during an 82-game season. Y'all can't guard me. And that's the attitude that he had. And he showed it. And that's why I said, it's a possibility that Team USA could go undefeated during this Olympics. It's a real possibility, especially with players like of that caliber on your roster. KD hasn't even hit the floor yet, and Steph just had a 25-point game himself.
This ain't even nothing special, man. Not even worth overreacting to. It was against Sudan. We underperformed. We playing like shit. Joel Embiid acted like a hoe. Ant-Man acted like a prima donna hoe as well. End of the day, I'm not impressed. We play like this, we go get our asses kicked. End of the day, y'all, Team USA need to address Joel Embiid. If it was me, if I was Grant Hill, I'm sending Joel Embiid home. And then if I'm Grant Hill, after I send Joel Embiid home, that should get Ant-Man to start tightening up. But I'm going to have my conversation with Ant-Man and say, this is what I need you to do. I need you to buy into your role. It ain't your time yet, son. So be a lockdown defender like I know you could be. and let's bring home the gold. All that prima donna shit, you want to be the man? We ain't got no time for this shit here. We need to go on, whoop these teams' ass and bring it home. For as you,
Hey, man.
Joel Embiid, since you a hating bitch and you came out with the comments that you came out with, I don't need that negative shit around Team US. I'm going to send your ass home. I bring in Aaron Gordon or I bring in Pablo from goddamn Orlando Magic to rather deal with your bum ass because you bitching and moaning and complaining. I ain't finna deal with that either. That was wrong for Joel Embiid. He should be held accountable for that. He actually should be suspended Monday. I wouldn't even let him play Monday against Germany. I suspend him. I really wouldn't. I really would send him home, honestly, and get him off the team.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. But look, man, salute to you, man. Rudy Hood, man. Ruddy Hood.
Salute, man.
It's all love, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit the like button, man. One time if you ain't did it yet, man. We gonna cook up every Saturday, man. We gonna cook up, man. Jackson, man, you there? You want to say nothing, man? You was cooking a little
Go
bit,
ahead,
man.
Jackson. You was cooking, Jackson.
Yeah,
You was
yeah.
cooking. Go ahead.
I don't know if you got anything else to say, man, but you know, if you're there, yeah, you might have some mic issues, but you know, you was cooking, Jackson. You always welcome to pull up. You know, Ruddy Hood, man. It's all love, and everybody in the chat, man. Hey, salute to the brothers that been active, man. My guy Renegade always all up in the chat, man. It's hard to stop the train, man. Hey, man. Renegade need to pull up one time, man. H-Town Black, man. H-Town from the UK, man. All of these brothers, man. Hey, look, hit the like button if you ain't. This was some light cooking, man. I had to just really quick educate Herm about what he's seeing today. South Sudan, shout out to them. See, Herm thought South Sudan was going to make it look bad for us, but really, it made it look good. Made the dream team look bad. Made what the 92 team did look average. Because what they went up against ain't nothing like the brothers from South Sudan, man. Yo, brothers in South Sudan, if you don't know, the tallest nation on earth, man. The average height is like 6'3" in Sudan. I got aunties out there that are taller than the biggest nigga in your neighborhood, man. Just on the regular thing. Yeah, that's how it is. Shout out to the H from the UK. He knows about that. The Sudanese brothers out here blessed. And all we need is resources.
Hey, mate.
All we need is resources. And Africa is on the come up, man. Yeah, man. Africa's on the come up. And America, even if you win the gold, man, I think today emphasize how Africa is on the come up. All we need is resources. We got the NBA Africa out here and a few teams. It can be bigger. And all the best players that cook in the NBA African League go overseas and get that money and paper, right? Guys like Omar that was on the South Sudanese team that was cooking. Guys like that are the best players in Africa in the African NBA League. And so them players, all we need is resources, and we got the blessed skills, the blessed abilities, the natural physical talents to be able to cook, man. Hey, see you from the UK, man. What up, man? What up?
Well, man, what's blessed, man?
Wagwan.
Yeah, Wagwan, man. I can't believe, man, you support the USA, man. What's going on now?
You can't believe what?
I can't believe you're supporting the USA, man.
I'm not supporting the USA. What you mean?
I'm about to say, man. That's all I had to make sure. Come on, just to make sure.
How was I supporting the USA? I was talking about how South Sudan was so nice. Oh, so nice.
That's
nice.
all I need to find out, man. That's
man, what?
All of you USA guys, you are fraudsters. Since you got your Embiid, I'm against you, man. I'm praying against you. I'm praying against your downfall.
That's some big hate, bro. That's some big hate, bro. That's some big hate. That's not necessary, man.
No, it's not, man. Once you got Embiid, man, I'm against you. So every time I come on the show, you talk about basketball. I'm saying I'm praying for your downfall. I want you to not even meddle. You're not even meddling.
Look, bro, like you just got to take the L. Listen, I don't know why I'm beat on the team either, but listen, that's his choice. You can't fault us for a man that want to come with chill with us. That's like, you mad at us because the girls want to come kick it with us. You can't be mad at us. That ain't our fault. You know what I'm saying? That ain't our fault.
I'm gonna ask my brother, H from the UK, how you feel about everybody basically doing in the chat and who been on the panel really downplaying how good the 1992 Dream Team was on HBO in the UK and how they basically disrespected them, saying that this current USA team will wash the Dream Team.
You know really why they hate him, man. It's nothing to do with the players itself, man. It's really just to do with Michael Jordan. Anything to do with Michael Jordan, they got hate with, man. In terms of talent, if you take off Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and you actually played what they really should have played with Pippen, with Barkley, with Stockton, the young energy, because like by that time, Magic Johnson still had a bit of legs, but Larry Bird was done, man. I think it would have been competitive. I do really think it would have been competitive. However, this USA team right now, I'd say it's about a 50-50. I don't think this USA team's as good as the ones before. I think the 2012 team and 2008 are definitely first and second in my eyes. But it definitely would have been competitive. But if someone wants to say it would be better, I wouldn't like, how could I say? I wouldn't say they were wrong. I just think the Dream Team had again, they had Jordan in his prime. That was the prime Jordan. And I think that Jordan there was unstoppable. I think in terms of Scottie Pippen's athleticism, in terms of moving laterally and covering the court, I think that would have been a problem. I think they would have never seen a player like Charles Barkley, especially if they were playing according to 90s rules where you can back down a player as long as you want. I don't think they would have ever seen a problem like Charles Barkley. The only person who had the equivalent of Charles Barkley going coast to coast and being just a strong ox on the court is probably either Zion or LeBron himself. I think again, there's so many factors, but again, I wouldn't sleep on this team either. So it's 50-50 though. The team I personally think is the best is the 2012 team. That's the team what gets overlooked. This Redeem team is good, but the 2012 team in terms of chemistry and how they played and execution, I think that's the best USA team in my personal opinion.
I definitely second that. I never said that. I just think that this team here can definitely beat the 90s team. That's my thing. I totally agree that Redeem team is the best Olympic team ever. But this team right here would smash that Dream team. That's my only point. Because like you said, at the end of the day, if you're putting on a bench, you still got Stockton on your bench, and he's getting washed by whoever just by length on our bench this year. If you put in Barkley on the bench, you still got to play defense on it.
Stockton way better than Tyrese Halliburton.
Man, they basically identical. Okay, they basically identical. They do it exact. They do this.
Defensively.
Yo, Halliburton can shoot. Yeah, Halliburton got a shot. They basically doing the same thing.
When he chooses to shoot,
okay. Yeah, he do got a jump shot, but like I said, man, today's shooters is just better than the 90s shooters all the way around. The percentages will tell you that. Okay. Today's shooters are just better than 90s shooters.
More dynamic, can come off the screen with it, pull up with it, go off the dribble with it.
Better than Chris Mullin and Larry Bird.
But Chris Mullin was not taking the Chris Mullin was not taking the volume shots like these players are doing. You took 6 threes back in the day. That was an anomaly. People are averaging. Okay, he averaged 4, but he averaged 4. That means he took about 5, maybe 3 a game because it's an average. Okay, it's not every game. People these days are averaging at least 6 to 7 threes per game. That means they're shooting at least 5. I'm not, but what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, we're better shooters because you can.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Because you attempt the most don't make you a better shooter. That's BS.
I'm not okay. That may be BS, but
that's what you basically
said.
But
the percentages will tell you that today's shooters are better. No, they're not identical. They're not identical. They're not identical because they're not shooting the volume. They cannot be the same because that's what I'm talking about. That's the main point of the thing. That's the main point of the argument. They shoot more. Okay,
Because you shoot
the
more
reason
doesn't make you better shooter. Doesn't make you a better shooter, bro. It don't.
even if you do not
I'm
shoot more,
gonna give you an example. I'm gonna
Chris
give you an
Mullin,
example. One guy goes 2 for 5, but the other guy goes 4 for 10. So you gonna go with the guy shooting 4 for 10 as a better shooter when the other guy went 3 for 7.
no. But what I'm saying is the average. You're telling me that if a person averages more makes, okay, if a person averages more makes, Chris Mullin did not average 4 threes per game. Okay,
No,
like I
I
said,
said
I was
he
pretty well.
attempted 4.
Okay, he attempted 4. Okay, that means okay, if he attempted 4, he hit at least 1 or 2 per game. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If he attempted 4, he hit at least 1 or 2 per game. We have people averaging at least 3 per game. Okay, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so
They're averaging,
they could
so they
be going 3 for 12 every game, but because
But they don't though. But they don't though. But they don't though.
most
They
of them
don't go
do.
3 for
Most of
12.
them don't shoot a great
They
percentage.
don't go.
Most of
They
them don't.
don't though. They
Most
don't
of
go
them
3
don't.
for 12. The highest clip people.
Tyrese Halliburton don't shoot well for 3.
What is he like? 35%? 35%. Chris Mullin lifetime is not no 40% 3-point shooter. He's at least 35, 37. At least. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. Look it up. Nobody in the 90s was an average 40% 3-point shooter like that on a regular basis. That was a rare. Your best shooters were Mullin, Miller, Price, Stockton was a good average, I would say. But like I said, those are a handful of people.
Okay, Chris Mullin 3-point percentage for his career was 38.4. That's a great percentage.
Okay, like I said, 37. All right, same thing. 1 point off. Okay. It's 1 point off. But it's 1 point off. But like I said, I guess that though. That's what I'm saying. I guess. Okay, but what I'm saying is I guess that, and it's still that close. That's what I'm saying. Those people back then were still not shooting a good percentage, even though they were taking little percentages. Okay, he didn't take that many. He was still 37%. Okay, we're taking more and making more. Today's shooters are just way better shooters than the 90s. You can just see that because they have the heart. Who in the 90s is ever pulling up for a 3 on a 2-on-1? Chris Mullin would never do some dumb shit like that. Chris Mullin never had the heart. Larry Bird never had the heart. Chris Mullin never had the heart. Nobody had the heart or confidence in their shot that they will pull up on a 3 on a 2-on-1.
Ray Allen did. Reggie Miller did.
Okay, that's not Chris Mullin. That's not Rich Miller. But Rich Miller was not.
Run TMC. Chris Mullin.
Bro,
did.
they were not pulling up for threes on no 2-on-1. Bro, I watched that team. Did I not tell you? They were shooting, but
I want to give you just some percentages.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you some percentages of what I just saw for us. In this era, in the 2020s, they shoot a league-wide 35.8%. In the 90s, their 3-point percentage was actually at a 35.9. So I mean, it's identical, bro. Same thing.
It's really not though. Because I'm going to tell you why. You can tell by the scores of the games. The 90s are averaging at least an 80 to 90 score per game. Today's averages is at least in a 120. It's not the same. It is not the same. We shoot a whole lot more.
Did we not see a lot of low-scoring games from the Western Conference champs, the Dallas Mavericks? Did we see a low-scoring finals between the Mavericks?
Okay. Was that? Would you say that? Would you say that's an anomaly? Would you say that's an anomaly, or would you say that's a regular?
That was a regular in these playoffs.
No, it wasn't, man.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it
Yes, it
wasn't.
was.
They were still averaging. They were still averaging at least a high of 120. That's
No, they
still
wasn't.
high.
I'm gonna look up the Dallas Mavericks points per game in the playoffs.
I guarantee you it's no 90. I guarantee you it's not 90. I guarantee you that. I don't even gotta look it up. I guarantee you it's not 90. I guarantee you it's over 100.
I agree with you, bro. The shooters know it better. Definitely. The shooters know it a lot better.
They're a whole lot better. They're a whole lot better.
Yeah, you don't even
Okay.
got you don't even have, like, back then they didn't have floor spacing big men. That's
Exactly.
something that today's NBA deals with
It's a
floor
must.
spacing big.
It's a must.
Lamont just asked the question: who's a better scorer, Bird or KD? Larry Bird, because he can actually
KD, man. KD's the better scorer, man.
Hey, Herm, you wrong on the threes, man. Threes, even if you shoot a lower percentage, threes almost always beat out teams that shoot twos. And I mean, even the example that you gave wasn't even a good example because, like, if a team goes 4 or 10 from 2-point range, and the other team is playing horribly, but all they shooting is threes, and they only got 5 shots off, but they 2 of 5 from 3. You only up 2 points. You done did all that work, and you only up 2 points, and you got double the amount of possessions, and you're not really shooting a horrible percentage. Threes change the game, man. Especially when you start shooting up there in the high 39s, 38s, and 40 percentiles. Once you get up there, it gets real ugly for the other team. And unless you really forcing teams to shoot in the very, very low, like 30s, that 3-point line makes the game ugly, man. It makes it.
What about this though? Now let me ask him this.
But Lamont did that 2020 Lakers team though. They was not a great 3-point shooter team at
They
all.
still shot solid.
No, it's not that they did. It's not that they didn't shoot threes, but what they did prioritize though was they prioritized defending the 3-point line, and they prioritized playing in transition. So again, if it's about what you defend, you can still win without shooting a whole bunch of threes, but you damn well better be defending the 3-point line on the other end. And if you're not, you're gonna get off.
What about the interior scoring teams though? We don't consider things like putting the other team in foul trouble, getting to the line, slowing the tempo of the game down. A lot of things happen when you are a paint scoring team versus a perimeter team that you can impose your will on that game with your style of play. And foul trouble and getting to the line is a huge factor in slowing down the tempo of a fast up tempo team that has to make a play in the half court by getting to the line. You set up your defense.
Yeah, but nowadays, even your interior, you have no interior presence if you don't have floor spacers. With teams that know how to zone up with all the length and size they got, your whole post game goes in the garbage can if your own team, if you don't have a good shooter. Like, you can pretend as if you want to be a post oriented team, but in today's game, the only way you can be a post oriented team is if you surround your post players with shooters. So at the end of the day, you're still going to need shooting to even be a post team. So that's the thing. Like, you can't just be a post team. You can't have 3 Charles Oakleys out there around Joel Embiid and a point guard and think Joel Embiid's still going to drop 30.
No,
it ain't going to happen.
But in the modern era, though, we never seen the elite post players without 3-point shooting. Though they always had 3-point shooting around them. Even in the '90s, the Houston Rockets. I know you hate the '90s, but they had enough shooters around Akeem Olajuwon. Even though he was a dominant post player, Shaquille O'Neal, with the Lakers. Even Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal had 3-point shooting around him in Orlando with Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, and the crew. It's the same thing. The dominant post players always had shooting. David Robinson with Deshaun Elliott and Vinny Dell, guys were able to shoot. So they always had 3-point shooters around them. I always been 3-point shooters in the game. It just
but not in
all of these things. Like, in terms of coaching, I think the coaching's better and the players are just better. They have more facilities. They have more money than they did back in the day. So you actually can train players. You can actually have Euro League now, where Euro League wasn't as much as a thing as it was back then as it is now. So just by perfecting your craft and whatnot, you're gonna get better. So yeah, I think the rest of the
I'm
world.
gonna tell Ronnie in the chat, you making fun of corruption, say, well, they have plumbers. Well, the goddamn Sudan got soccer players, and Team USA only beat a soccer team by 1 point.
Hold on, but the problem is we can look down their roster and all we see is NBA journeymen and NBA guys.
I mean, Croatia had
Peter Jock was an NBA guy, and Peter Jock was out there balling. They point guard was the G League MVP, right? They had the Duke, a 5-star recruit going to Duke, one of their big men who was playing well in the first half of that game. William Gabriel's a NBA player. He's a vet in the league. I mean, you got what's his name? Who hit the go ahead shot at the end? Who plays for the Charlotte Hornets? JT Thor's been in the league for a minute. He's starting to become a vet, man. I'm saying they was loaded with talent. They were loaded. I mean, just like when Nigeria gave U.S. problems, a couple years back. They came in there loaded with NBA guys with Gabe Vincent in them. You ain't just about to beat U.S. without hellified talent. They had some talent on that floor. I mean, you might not know them all, but they had talent.
And Lamont, I don't know if you saw, but after the LeBron James shot, if you saw the quality of shot that South Sudan was able to get off after the clutch bucket from LeBron James, Team USA should have lost this game. And I don't even think that it would have been a big deal if they lost the game, but the quality of shot to me was surprising. And the ability for a team like South Sudan, with a guy like Carlick Jones, who's in the G League right now. Amazing, right? Getting checked after a timeout, 8 seconds left. Shout out to Lawal Deng, right? One of the greatest African players all time, coaching South Sudan. If you don't know, you should know. Lawal Deng, former Chicago Bulls, one of the best African players of all time. Two-way stretch wing, amazing lockdown perimeter in the first time.
Go ahead and play because I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. Let me see.
He draws this up, right? 8 seconds left on the clock, down 1. Who do you put the ball in the hands of? The man who got 15 points, triple-double, Carlick, no pick Jones. That's what I call him, no pick Jones, because we got Drew Holiday. One-on-one, Carlick Jones gets by him. Oh, you should have got that.
Okay, that's good. That's good set. I like that because now pause it right there. Pause it right there. Go back a few seconds. I'm gonna tell you why they did that.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. He got it here on the wing. Okay.
Hold on, I can't. Did you rewind it? Okay, let him throw it and pause it right there. Boom. Okay, so when you pause it right there, this is the gold standard of what you want. Whenever you want, it's gonna be a tough shot, right? You know they're not gonna give you nothing free. But this is the gold standard of what you want in basketball. It's called an empty set. When you got all of your guys loaded up on the opposite side, and you got one guy ISO on an empty side of the floor. Now, normally some empty sets are like 2-on-2 with a big roll into the empty corner and the guard attack in the middle. But this is an empty set right here where it's just you and me. Really, you ain't got no help. This is just my ability to score one-on-one versus your one-on-one defense. This is what you want. A coach is going to take this 10 out of 10 times, make or miss. You're not redrawing this up. So this was a great play design. It got a little sloppy on the pass, but at least they got him the ball without turning it over. And it's 6 seconds on the clock. So now it's just about, this is tough for him because now you're going up against arguably the best perimeter defender in the league. And he still got a quality shot off. I mean, you can't pass it. You can't not pass it in this situation. Now, the only thing that I would do, and this is where AD is being elite right now. Now, I promise you part of the design was for number 17 to do something called a 4-5 cut. So number 17, on any drive, on any move that Carlick Jones makes, 17 is probably supposed to go crashing in and diving right at the rim. Let's see what he does. I want to see what his reaction is, but he's probably supposed to 4-5 cut while number 10 feels behind.
You're right.
So let me see what he does because I haven't even seen it yet. Okay, 4-5. He tried, but he bailed out of the 4-5. Now check this out. If he crashes hard on his 4-5 cut, he probably gets the offensive rebound.
That's tough.
It gets so. I mean, it's about
I
doing what you're
don't
supposed to do,
know.
sticking to
I
your
don't know if
assignments,
it
sticking
was.
to your guns.
I don't know if it was meant to be a pop threat, if he was meant to be the bailout option, if you couldn't get it off and get a good shot on Drew Holiday, if he was meant to be the second guy to just pop out on the top of the key
Or is
for
he
a
got
three
tapped
ball.
out?
But like,
Is he got tapped
I'm
out?
just surprised at the level of play when it comes to Carlick, Pitt, Jones, just being able to get past Drew Holiday like that and get a clean shot off, amazing, right? And so I don't know what 17 is doing, but he looked like he was gonna cut, thinking that he needed some help. Bails out the cut and goes back out, right? And so even he probably didn't believe he was getting by Drew Holiday.
So
But then amazing contest from Anthony Davis, and he made
now
it
hold
through
on, hold
a
on.
little bit.
Now also you see where you see right now. Now Carlick Jones, and this is the difference between LeBron James and Carlick Jones and average players. So the weakness, the U.S. is really exposed. Right as soon as AD leaves the ground, the
Yeah,
U.S. could have got gamed, and it's the guy that's running baseline.
when
So
you
this
get you,
is
yeah.
so the thing is, LeBron is elite and getting people in the air, hanging in the air, and then doing that dumb down pass, right? If Carlick Jones, and this is what separate. Like if Carlick Jones is able to make this pass to William Gable running baseline, you probably gonna have 30 teams calling him to sign him up for a job, right? Because you're not a then they know you're a next level guard if you make that play because the weakness is right there, and the good guards can make that read because a good guard is going to drive and say, I can get past the first defender. If I get AD off the ground, I'm dumping it to the baseline man, and we're gonna win the game. But you got to pre-plan it out before you go. And obviously, you're nervous. This is a big game for your country, and the coach is probably telling him in the huddle, you got to take this shot. But really, if he pre-plans it out like the elite guards do, like the Chris Pauls and them, the U.S. is really barbecued. If he thinks it through, because he has plenty of time on the clock to really do whatever he wants, But it's just hard when you're in the moment and you got them NBA pros around you. It's not easy.
Oh,
But he
man.
really had him cooked. He had him cooked.
Yeah, and you was cooking all game, and you didn't have to force that. 4 seconds left on the clock, too. Plenty of time for the jump down.
Or if he throws that wraparound pass, they cooked. If he throws the wraparound, they cooked. Because he did everything you're supposed to do out of an empty set. He brought AD over. He made AD got to stay on the ground in that situation. AD jumped to contest. There was no weak side help to cover the baseline guy. Boy, LeBron James is reading like that. Like
Carlick Jones telling you, coach, hey, man, I make that. I should make that. I'm confident I make that. That's open for me. And even though he missed it, he felt good. Like, I'm making that. That's open. That's a late contest. Just AD's wingspan is ridiculous. That's a late contest. I should get that off comfortably.
Hold on. Ishmael said in the chat, I need Lamar to address that LeBron is the best player on the team. I still don't think LeBron's the best player on this team. I'm never going to say that a 40-year-old's the best player on this team, man. What do y'all want me to get? Come on,
I
man.
gotta ask you this though. What's your Team USA do with Joel Embiid, man? After he made comments.
Man, well, it's not even the comments. Man, I've been watching Joel Embiid play. Man, he's been looking like some straight garbage out there, man. Like they sent Kawhi Leonard home. They should have kept Kawhi in his bad knees, and they should have just sent Joel Embiid away. Because Joel Embiid has been worthless out there. He's been worthless. He can't defend. He can't. He's struggling to score in the post. He's turning the ball over. He looking like a complete bum. So I don't know. He can't be talking. I don't think what he said was that negative about LeBron. But at the end of the day, when you playing as bad as he playing, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about nobody because he look older than LeBron right now. He moving slower. He looked older by the face. He moving slower. He can't jump as high. What are you talking about? LeBron is older. You can't do nothing he can do. You gotta stop, man.
Exactly.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
He looking better than you, man. You talking about he ain't what he used to be. Still better than you though. That's
he's still more athletic than you. He's shooting better than you. He passing better than you. He defending better than you. What is you talking about?
It's crazy.
So come on, man.
He's just trying to get some. He's just trying to get some love back from everyone who's showing the hate from him, man. That's all it is.
And so Lamont, let's ask you and the panel and Haitian and everybody else too. What's your starting lineup for this team? Like how you going with the roster as constructed for Team EOC? What's your starting lineup right now?
Man, that's a good question.
They have they've experimented. Some games you have Drew Holiday starting. Recently, this game was Devin Booker. The other game, Anthony Edwards. And so it looks like they're trying to see what works. What would you go with?
I'm gonna go with AD at the center. I'm gonna go with AD at the center. I'm gonna go with okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with AD at the center. I'm gonna go with
Kevin Durant's back. Yeah, KD's back.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put KD at the 4. I'm gonna put Bron at the 2. I'm gonna put put Bron at the 3. Curry at the 1. And then I want to do this. I would put Ant-Man at the 2. I gotta start him.
Definitely.
Gotta start Ant-Man at the 2.
Definitely.
No, I got KD at the. I said I got KD at the 4.
Yeah, you got KD at the 4.
I got KD at the 4.
Okay.
So because now I got size, I got speed for transition. So I got really good defense. A lot of guys. I got a whole bunch of defenders that can back up Steph Curry, but that's not going to be a problem anyway. Steph Curry can run points some, but Bron's going to really be the point of that team. He's going to help Ant-Man and Curry get off. But yeah, that'd be my starting lineup. But I would take Embiid the way he's playing. I'm taking him out the rotation. He ain't even in the rotation.
But why you go Ant over a guy? The only difference I have is I would have Tatum in for rebounding and defensive purposes.
That's what I'm saying. I liked it. I was thinking about Tatum, but I think Ant is more of a natural 2 than Tatum. I think Tatum plays more comfortably at the 3 or the 4. So, and I think Ant plays more comfortably at the 2 or the 3. So since I needed a 2, that's why I went with Ant. And I think he's bigger than Booker. He defends better than Booker. Booker's not playing really well right now. So I think he's just the best option if in that particular starting lineup.
Okay. And what kind of style of play before H goes that what kind of style of play, especially on the offensive end, are you running with this team?
Bro, we ain't running no plays.
No plays. Okay, we
are running all philosophy. Yeah, we're just running all philosophies. 4 out, 1 in, 5 out philosophies, pass cut, pass move. I'm not like, what do I sit there and look like giving plays to a group that talented? When you give plays to a group that talented, you just putting handcuffs on people.
Oh, okay.
Go out there, use your IQ, like the basic things. If AD's in the post and somebody drives at him, well, what do you do as a big? You just get to the top of the circle and get out of his way, and you be ready to rebound when guys drive. If guys drive from the weak side, you float to the corner and be ready for that kick out pass if you're on the strong side. So I mean, just play basic basketball. If I do anything play wise, I'm just doing horn set stuff to create empty sets. And I'm getting pick and rolls. I'm getting a big rolling down the middle. I'm getting the guards attacking the middle of the time. But I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I'm going to coach them up defensively, though. Sometimes they get scrambled up defensively. But offensively, man, I'm play with IQ, man. You don't need nothing special against these teams.
Oh, okay. Hey, what you got, H, man? You feel the same or what's up?
Yeah, I thought Lamont was going to play Tatum at the 2 when he started talking, but similar team to Lamont, to be fair. But take out KD and put in Tatum for me. I think personally, I think they're gonna need wing defense, and I don't think Durant's gonna offer that right now. And I don't think LeBron's willing to sit in the chair, but I think Tatum will be willing to sit in the chair. I'm glad you said start Ant-Man. I remember we were doing it on the crossover as well, and I said start Ant-Man as well. Ant-Man right now, the energy he brings, and like willing to go downhill, willing to attack the rim, which again puts pressure on the defense, actually causes the defense to rotate and potentially putting in foul trouble. I think that's the way you're going to get blowouts. I think he other than LeBron, I think he's the only one who's going to be able to consistently be able to break the defense down, get in the paint, and cause everyone to collapse or rotate. He's the one. So he's got to start. And then you've got, obviously, Curry's got to start. Because, again, with Curry, you can run baseline pin downs, you can run floppy plays, and so forth. And then, again, similar to you, Lamont, I think, again, it's just 4 out, 1 inside, and you're just running read and reacts, man. That's all you're doing. I think everyone here is at the level where they can play read and react. You don't really need anyone to how can I say, tell them what to do. It's only when the game's close and you've got a ATO where you probably have to draw up a play. Other than that, it's read and react.
Yep. I agree, man.
You can't overcoach this group. I think, and I almost think that's what Steve Kerr and them are doing. Like, when you look at this coaching staff they got, that's overkill. Like, that's too many coaches. Like, you don't need Spoelstra and Kerr.
Yeah,
I would have just. You'd have been better off. They'd have been better off just bringing an elite NBA guy like Kerr, and then just bringing in some young college coaches, right? That's still trying to learn. Because right now you got too many elite coaches giving their input. And it's just like, you don't need all these voices. You got enough talents where you just need one voice that can organize everybody and just coaching guys up defensively. You don't need no overkill coaching staff, man. That's just doing too much. It looks good on paper, but it ain't really doing nothing. It looks stupid to me when you do that.
I think personally, though, Lamont, they've probably got Kerr for the offensive strategy, and then Spoels for the defensive strategy.
But you don't need that. But you can I can think of put it like this: if I'm Team USA, I'm bringing in a guy like Dan Hurley from UConn, right? Put him alongside Kerr. I'm not because when you just bring in all these high level NBA coaches, it just starts to look like you're just doing too much. And it's not really having a real impact. If you bring in a guy like Dan Hurley, he's new. He's a completely new voice. So when he draws up an ATO, it's everybody's eyes is going to be like, dang, I want to try this. He just won the championship. We love his offense. It's a completely new voice. But you just got, man, come on, man. They just doing too much. That's what, even this roster, they doing too much. They do dumb stuff like bring in Derek White. Why do you bring in Derek White? That's stupid to me. You could have got Jaylen Brown, kept it simple. You would have had a much better player who's much more versatile, fills up a lot of more problems. You could have got Kyrie, but instead you go get Derek White. Man, how stupid are y'all, man? It's just, come on, man.
Or you could have at least brought some more size because you see how bad Joel playing.
I mean, that too, but it's just, they just doing too much, man. Whoever, they just be doing some stupid stuff, man. And I think, I don't know. I don't know what they got going on, man.
I'll be honest, bro. Once you got Joel Embiid, man, USA are my enemies. I want you to lose. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, well, I promise you, the way he playing right now, they trade him. They trade him to France. Give us Evan Fournier.
Oh man, because that was overkill, man. So when you talk about overkill, just getting Joel Embiid's overkill. But you got to understand the politics also with not picking Jaylen Brown and Kyrie. They were talking.
I understand it. I understand the politics. I get, like I said, I get the Nike bitches. You cannot peel the Nike swoosh off your shoes and thinking you're gonna go to a team associated with Nike. You just come on. I get that, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying, even if you don't go with Jaylen Brown, there's still, to me, better options. There's just better options, and I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell they doing.
They might have went. For all we know, they might have went for other guys, man.
They're gonna be all right. I just wonder how that works. So many coaches in real time. I wonder how the decision making works, especially when the other team's going on the run, and
they probably ain't stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, I wonder who makes the call, or if there is equal input where Spoelstra can just say, "Hey, man, get this guy in," or "We need this kind of thing," and that's listened to, or if it's just, "Hey, I think this is how it should go," and just leave it on Kerr. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know how that goes in real time.
Man, Africa, this is why I know having all these high level coaches won't work, because many times, just even in the championship game that I played in, I coached my team in. You know how many times I overrided my assistant on subs? I'm talking about my assistant about to send in subs. I'm like, hell no. Sit your ass down.
Hell no.
We not doing that. And I'm like, but the thing is, they gotta kind of respect it because you can see the clear cut pecking order there, right? And it's not me trying to flex my muscles on them. It's just like, nah, I gotta check that one down right now, you know. And it's just like, if Eric Spoelstra's sending a guy in,
yeah,
what you look like really checking Eric Spoelstra down?
Yeah, I don't know, but especially for example, you would have like a you can't really check in publicly, but like you would have chemistry with your assistant coach, building a relationship where there's some understanding there. Spoelstra and Kerr, you competitors, and now you become so-called associates and teammates. It's a bit different, and so if you shut me down too many times, I'm assuming okay, this on you, man. Like you gonna take this L then, and I'm gonna just lean back and watch this go down. Probably like what Ty Lue's doing. Ty Lue's sneaky, you know, brother. Like he waiting on the downfall. He up next. Like these assistant coaches are up next, right? If they fail, Kerr is out of here, and we looking at Spoelstra or Ty Lue, whoever's up next. Like they sitting on the bench. So, but let me say this, man. This is not just about South Sudan, but coming back to the game in the world, the movement off ball. I saw this against Australia, right? And I felt like Australia played even better when it came to offensively versus they just weren't as good defensively against South Sudan as South Sudan was. But offensively, look at this. Look at this. And I don't know, I was saying this, Lamont, and the whole panel, like the style of play that American and USA play in terms of the talent just being the way you run your offense one-on-one, especially being so many first options on the team, it's different to how the world plays. And I feel like this is different because all these guys, right, not just offensively are number one options, but also have number one option responsibilities on defense. And that doesn't really mean a lot. It means that you don't have a lot of off-ball responsibilities. You ain't got as many help responsibilities. You out here chilling for the most part, and your responsibility is to be the executor and the anchor on defense outside of the big is not the same. Now check this out. Off-ball movement. Look at this. And the world has done stepped up, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at this. Right here. Dyson Daniels, New Orleans. Jock Landale was playing for Phoenix. I don't know where he at now. But Dyson Daniels, Steph Curry, guarded. We got the pick. Oh, we hit the big. Oh, Dante Exum. Look at that. Hey, that's easy work. That's easy work. That's easy work. And that's something, and you can see right here, Australia not so athletic, but much more disciplined than South Sudan. Have more NBA players, more seasoned NBA players. The tempo of that play, much more control, much more aware of where we're going and what we're trying to get. And that simple drop off that Carlick Jones didn't do is what the Australian team does do because they can't just dunk on yam on dudes when they go downhill in the key. And so that's a beautiful play. And America having such athletic players find it hard to rotate, man. First off, fake ass back screen on Dante Exum. We ain't looking at that. And then Joel Embiid, and then rotate. And then who's the help responsible? That's Jason Tatum out here trying to. And so I don't know what y'all think, man, but the world plays very similar to this style. This is a European style of play: ball movement, off ball actions, drive, like everybody on the same page. Definitely. America doesn't play like this. And it's hard for these guys to learn how to play like this within a couple of weeks. And so I don't expect these teams to get blown out. If they play like this consistently, it's really on, do they have enough scoring and three-point prowess and just efficiency on offense? And can they hold USA to an off shooting night? And we in this game, man. We in this game. And so is this team a great defensive team? Well, currently, it doesn't look like it. There are stretches where when you have AD out there, Drew Holiday, and you have certain lineups, they do look dominant defensively. Yeah. But are you giving it up for offensive players? And is this like an offense-defense type lineups that they're running out here? Where off the bench, it seems like it's more defensive, and the starting five is more offensive. That's interesting. I don't know.
But I think they're testing stuff because they're subbing way more than you normally would if you were in elimination play. Like, so if you're in elimination play, you're probably cutting this rotation down to 8 max. And so their best rotation was obviously with Holiday out there and AD. And the fact that they were playing Joel and Embiid and them guys so much, it was just like, I ain't really defending. So LeBron Anthony Davis and Holiday need to all be playing max minutes, and when these games come down to elimination play. And then you got to map out who your other five guys are going to be in your rotation. And I think the other five guys need to be Tatum, as long as he's not turning our ball over, being casual with his dribble, because he had a bad turnover late in this game. It's just hard to put Joel Embiid out of the rotation because of his size, but he's on that fringe of the rotation. But you just got to map out who you want to play, and you got to settle with some guys just not playing.
Like, look at
I think Bam is playing harder. I think Bam is just playing better and harder than the Joel Embiid.
Oh, facts. Lazy on the closeout. But look at the watching and standing around a Team USA. Like, these are first option tendencies, man. Look, the shot goes up. The shot goes up. No box out.
Go back on that play. Go back on that play. Because the first thing I'm going to be talking about, see how that pass got whipped to the corner? First thing I'm going to be asking is, how the hell did the ball get through all the defenders? Like, how do I not have any ball pressure, one? Because the only reason you throw that pass is because there's no ball pressure. And then how does it get through all active hands? Look at this. They're throwing it right through gaps. They're throwing it through big gaps.
Yeah, man. That's Josh Giddey, elite passer in the NBA. But that's Tatum sagging, not respecting the shot. So he just sagging, thinking you want to drive, but he really wants to play make at all times.
But so that starts. You're right. It starts with Tatum right there.
Mm-hmm. And then it's in transition. So Joel Embiid is switched on to Dyson Daniels, just mismatches all over the floor because it's transition play. And Joel Embiid ain't healthy, man. He backline, but he ain't healthy.
But the number one problem is this. I don't care. And this is what happened to the USA today. If you consistently let players get to the middle of the floor, you're going to have a long night. Like Josh Giddey, he got to the middle of the floor. Mm-hmm. If you have, like, my focus, my team will tell you, they get tired of me saying it. We are no middle. We are no middle team. You are not getting to the middle. I tell my players, sell out and go leave players to go protect the middle. Whatever you got to do, don't let these other team get to the middle. Like, and so I think they're just being soft coverage. They're allowing people. They let Carlik Jones live in the middle of the floor today. Mm-hmm. But they're just allowing people to get to the middle of the floor. These guys are good enough to where once you get to the middle of the floor, they're gonna pick you apart. How do you think he had a triple-double today? He's just picking you apart. So the guys are too good today. You gotta protect something, and they gotta protect the middle of the floor a little bit better. Or they're gonna have a long night. They run up against France or somebody with some really good players. They're
Germany Monday.
They're gonna get eliminated if they keep doing that. They'll beat Germany. I'm not worried about Germany, but
4-0.
And I don't know if Devin Booker is playable, man. Like you don't need the scoring of a Devin Booker and the defense getting sealed. Hey, look at this, man. This is some old school shit. You don't even see this in the NBA.
Hold on. Look at my phone.
You don't even see this in the NBA. Look, you get the switch on. Look at it. You get the switch onto Devin Booker, right? We're switching everything. And he just from the 3-point line backing him.
Oh, he babied his ass.
Oh, and this guy's not even in the NBA. He's some Australian league player. And that's disrespectful. So, like, I don't know, man. And the world plays old school like that.
It's action, the Randall.
Exactly. They're going to switch everything. When you get the switch on Devin Booker, take his ass down low. Yeah, we're going to do that. And that's amazing.
Devin Booker playing like trash right now.
Yeah, man. His defense ain't it, and his offense is unnecessary, man. All that dribbling, trying to get to the midi. We need guys to get their shit off in less than 3 dribbles pretty much on this squad. Like, you don't need to do all that. Just bam, 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 and get to it. That's about it.
That's why you need a Kyrie. I would have loved to see Kyrie on Australia, actually.
Facts. Kyrie, John Morant.
Kyrie would have been. Well, Kyrie would have had South Sudan looking crazy because, Kyrie would have loved them defenders because they overly aggressive. Like, the overly aggressive defenders. Oh, Kyrie would have went to work, man. That'd have been, man. That's why I say they just missing out, man.
Even John Morant downhill putting pressure on teams, like, damn, in transition.
I would have brought John Morant.
John's a bit over aggressive though, so I can understand why they didn't bring him. But
just for the speed, like for certain teams where you need that transition speed, if you get stops, like that would have been amazing to see.
John Morant changes your energy. He makes those like Get
Imagine
energy
John
changing
Moran and
plays.
Anthony Edwards in transition. What?
I was gonna say, don't you have? I was gonna say, don't you have Ant-Man for that though? So,
but what
you
about
can never
both?
have too
Oh,
much. Yeah, it's true. You're right. You can never have too much.
Ant-Man hasn't bought into whatever role they saying that they probably gonna put him in though. Ant-Man's still trying to find his identity, so that's kind of tough.
But yo, man, we got Dante Exum. We got So I don't know what you think, H man, Herm. Like, it's gonna be interesting Olympics, and I don't expect USA to blow out everybody. But what Herm has seen is that this team is a great team, but the style of play is interesting, man. It's like they're taking all the best parts of the NBA in terms of the one-on-one play and the floor spacing, and then added elements of the world play because they're not so athletic. They can't do the same things that USA do. And so it's interesting how they got both. And it looks like it's a better style of play for international play, just the whole ball movement, off-ball movement, cutting. Teamwork is always the best way to play, but talent seems to not be as good in this system. Smaller court, 3-ball, not so deep. The space of the floor is just as equally spread on the other side of the court, man. They got shooters as well. It's going to be interesting to see, man. But hey, go ahead.
I think personally is in terms of Olympic basketball, international basketball, FIBA rules is king. You know, to master the FIBA rules in terms of execution and plays, I think you always stand a better chance. Whereas I see with the NBA players or the USA team, they're still playing league ball. It's a very different game. So even when when we seen that, I think Lamont calls it you called it the 4-5 cut, didn't you, Lamont? Is that the name you called it?
Oh yeah, he slid up, but yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, he called it the 4-5 cut. Yeah. Even that guy, when we seen that guy who pinned down Devin Booker, he done a 4-5 cut, but then he sealed him off. All of these plays, I think, again, these are things that the NBA have stopped running these days, and I think it's gonna hurt them a lot. I don't have the USA winning, man. I'm being honest.
Oh really? Well, who you got?
One, it's straight up hate because you got a Joel Embiid, so now I got hate against you.
Traitor. Facts.
Now, two, when I actually watch the team and I see how they execute, I think they're gonna get out. I think they're gonna get out executed. I think they're gonna get outsmarted on certain moves.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
No, you
they're foreign.
That, bro, my eyes ain't lying, man. My eyes
foreign. I mean, no matter
how exhibitions. No matter so who you got though, H? You got somebody, or you just taking the field and just taking everybody else?
The field, but I got Germany winning it.
Okay, the world champion, Germany. Yeah, we know. Okay, world champions.
This is crazy. It's like we understand Australia and Sudan. You guys did good. You guys put up effort, but they're 4-0.
What do you mean?
That should be one of the greatest metrics. Is that this team?
The greatest metrics. Hold on, Ruddy. We understand what you're saying, but the 4-game exhibition is a better metric than the World Championships.
That's not what Germany. I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
It was Germany won. You understand that, right? The USA didn't even make the finals. They didn't make the finals.
I get that. I'm not saying it's what I'm saying is during these exhibition games, right? This is what everyone's judging off right now. But they're 4-0. Even through the bad games, they're still coming out with the win. They still have time to improve. Even when they're doing bad, even when they're still experimenting, they're still winning. They're still undefeated. And you think that you're gonna get these type of games out of them when it really matters? What they're gonna just fall off of a cliff? All this talent, this skill,
I think these are traits more so ready than falling off a cliff or doubting. I don't think people are looking at the 4-game sample size. I think we're just looking at America's style of play just in general. This has been a pattern of how they do play on the world level. This is how they play in the NBA. This is the style of play that all these guys, as mostly first option players, do play, is more of an isolation, one-on-one, break down your individual defender and get to the get buckets that way. And that way doesn't really sustain on the world stage, especially when you have so many other players. Think of it like this, man. I'm Jason Tatum. I get 25 shots a game. I come on Team USA and I ain't touched the ball in 5 possessions, bro. I'm out here moving the ball, making the right play. But when I am open, I don't get that shit, right? And we got Anthony Edwards out here, and he not hitting, right? And then it comes to a game where it's tight. Once I touch that, that's one of them. I'm putting this up no matter what type possessions. And you could have a few of those in a row. That can accumulate. The other team can go on runs, can hit and be actually hitting at a high level when it comes from 3, for example. And that could turn into a bad game for USA. That could turn into a game in which allows the other team to have a chance. Those type of things could become the norm. Now, what we see now is them against teams that are also preparing, like you say, and also trying to build up the team chemistry. I think personally they will be tested. It's going to be interesting to see what the late game execution and offense of Team USA will be. If it's put the ball in LeBron's hands and see what happens is the question or is the answer, then I'm going to be interested to see how teams approach that. Are we going to live with that? Are we going to make LeBron a passer? We're going to load up on Bron and make another guy hit a perimeter shot. Is that what they even go to, man? Or do we put the ball in Kevin Durant's hands when it comes down to it? All these things are questions. But no one's looking at the thing, I think, four-game sample size and thinking, hey, man, I don't think they're nice like that. I don't think they're going to win. I still expect them to be the champions and the gold medalists in the Olympics. I don't know if it's going to be so easy, though. It ain't definitely going to just be undefeated, running them down.
I'm just saying,
making it look easy.
Team Canada had the first best odds to beat them, and Team Serbia had the second best odds to beat them.
Yeah.
And they both looked great against France. Serbia and Canada spanked France, basically. But when it came to Team USA, they both got blown out. Like, people, if we're using these 4 games to criticize them, then we also have to take away the fact that, we also have to take from the fact that they're undefeated in these same games. So they still have time to figure things out. They still got another game to work things out, to get kinks out, to get their rotations right. And I simply, because I'm looking at these other teams, what are their best starting 5s? They got 1 or 2 superstars or stars or all-stars or all-NBA players max. So
that was Ruddy. That was the fact last year in the World Championships too, and they still got it done, man. They still got it done. Team USA had multiple superstars in that team, and they couldn't get it done. I don't think that matters when it comes to international style of play. I think
that's what you're forgetting. I think that's what you're forgetting, bro. Like at international level, it's about chemistry and execution, man.
Exactly.
That's why for me, 2012, 2008, but especially 2012, it was the best USA basketball because everything was clicking. The team literally carried over from 2008 to 2012, and then you added in more, how can I say, team guys like a Tyson Chandler. You had some rookies on.
Darren Williams,
Darren Williams, James Harden, Westbrook, who were young, trying to get their pace on. But then you also had Iguodala, another team guy who's willing to play into the team, and they were zipping the ball around. That was the best basketball I've seen from USA for a very long time. This USA currently, they're not playing like that. Did they have another gear? Of course, the superstars. The likelihood that they're going to win is very high. But I think if they catch a team on the wrong day, they can get outsmarted and they can get beat. And I personally think it's going to be a team you don't expect. It's going to be a team, just like this Sudan game. It's going to be a team you don't expect, who are well prepared, well executed, and have been playing for a very long time, and they're going to catch the USA off guard. Because a lot of these players as well, they play with egos. I don't think they thought Sudan were going to be this good. I think they thought they were going to rock up and just beat them. But no, it turned into a game. It's going to happen. These guys need to look. This is a wake-up call. But what they're not realizing is every time you're having these close games with teams, you're giving the world confidence like, oh, these guys are beatable. These guys are actually beatable now.
On top of Joel Embiid's comments about these niggas ain't the same. Oh, we feeling good, man. And so shout out to you, H, man. Shout out to you, man. Ruddy Sports, man. You know, we're gonna see y'all next week, man. Shout out to my guy Herm, man.
Salute.
We about to wrap.
Good to see you back as well, man. Keep on doing your
also
thing.
Love H, man. You know, we know we up, man. We chilling, man. And hey, man, South Sudan conquered. Africa is coming, man. We back. during the Olympics, we about to go in and highlight what's going on in Africa when it comes to these type of players and actually shine a light on what they've been doing, where they at. We got NBA Africa League MVPs. We actually got guys who are playing around the world and actually putting up crazy numbers. And so we're going to shine light on that. You know, we also going to shine a light on the women's game. And today what happened? We're going to shine a light on a lot of things, man. We're also going to fry everybody in sight when it comes down to it. It's going to be, you know, very respectfully disrespectful. And, you know, soon, H, I'm going to have to check you very soon too, man. You know, but check you with respect always, as always. And Herm.
Yo. What you have to check me about, man? Just give me a warm up or.
Oh no, man. Everything just to let you know that everything you have said and done will be used against you inevitably.
Oh, right. Okay, man. I was about to say, man, because a lot of men have tried.
No,
failed, man. Many have
failed. Oh, nah,
man.
Yeah, man. Don't worry, man. It's about to be some, you know, wagwan things, man. We're gonna have to meet you on your ends, bruv, and we're gonna have to get to it, bruv. You know what I mean? I'm a road man.
This guy went from the London accent to the Jamaica accent very quick.
Hey, man, we could do a lot of things, man. But hey, shout out to my guy Herm, man. Hey, Herm, man. I hate that I had to be you on the first episode. I hate that it had to be you getting cooked, man. But look, I brought some tape. I let him know. But salute to my guy Herm, man. You know, you kind of survived. I don't know. The people will kind of speak. You know, they're saying that, you know, you got caught capping 5-6 times today. That's what Grove Money be saying in the chat, you know. But hey, man.
Yo, man, Herm's sleeping at the wheel right now, man.
Oh, facts, man. You know, Herm low key with it, man. He muted. But look, salute to you, man. Salute to FYF. Salute to all the people in the chat holding it down. Apparently, it's late at night in America. It's early in the morning where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's only 10 something a.m. But we chilling. We had a nice night, and it's all love, man. We on the way out, and before we go out, we're gonna drop the beats. Salute to FYF, man. Full court pressing, staying pressing everybody. 94 feet. We out, man.
won't lie. He said it's hard to forget you, but I'm gonna try. I'm tired of waiting for you every